The fully geek.
Yes. What's going on, people?
Yo,
Episode 65 of the Fully Geeked Pod.
what they did, yo?
What's going on, people?
What's good, man? What's good?
Just
about
Just the awesome foursome today.
boy, the core four, as they say.
The core four. I didn't want to go there, but it's the core four. It's the core four.
Straight.
What's happening? Everyone's good?
Yeah, man. Everyone's good, man.
Yeah.
All good, bro. All good.
I decided to wear like a DC because you lot did the whole DC thing last week, and then none of you did it this week. So
I'm fully wearing Batman underneath this, isn't it?
Okay.
I got SpongeBob. Does that count?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
I've got dry hands. Does that count?
So superpower, you know. Give you a dry hand slap.
Cheesy.
Them crusty hands, boy.
I
mean, dry hands,
you know
dry
what?
hands.
Back in the day, I used to call him crocodile skin, you know, because he never used to cream his hands. Never.
Listen,
Look,
I've
dry
got
hands,
I've
bro.
got a condition.
Fully
I've got a
buttered.
condition.
No, you
What's it
haven't.
called?
It's crocodile
What's it
skin.
called?
It's called extra dry skin. That's what.
Sorry to hear that, boy. Sorry to hear that. All right, well, boy. Yo, we've been getting love, a little bit more love this week. I say a little bit more love. There was one comment in YouTube that I saw, but that was better than last week. So
Hey,
big
one's
up
better than
yourself.
nothing, man.
Yeah,
No,
one's
Do we
better.
know, does anyone know that guy?
No.
I haven't
Even
seen
if you do, just say you don't, boy. You know
All
what I mean?
right, cool.
Nah, I don't think we do anyway. But yeah, shout out all our subscribers. We're getting the love. I just need it to be like on the socials. Remember, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing.
Share.
Just to press the button.
That's
Yeah,
it.
man.
Yeah.
Man.
You know, it's all about the algorithms now. Do you get me?
Come
Yeah.
on.
That's how-
We
that's
want
how
to
it
climb up
works.
the podcast ranking. Don't be
Get me.
selfish. Don't be selfish. All right, people. Well,
Yeah, man.
let's start as we mean to. Well, not as we mean to go on. All right, Rich. Last week, I wanted it to be a COVID-free episode.
Yep, and we're doing it as that.
Yeah, but this week, Boris came out with, what did he call it? The COVID alerts? I don't know what he called them. There's three of them.
Free
basically.
tier, free
The
tier.
free tiers. The free tiers, which kick into place from tomorrow morning at 1 minute past 12. That's Wednesday, the 14th of October. So we've got three different levels: medium, high, and very high. And to be honest, they all kind of sound exactly the same, to be honest. Like, basically, you can be with 6 people indoors or outdoors.
What's that? Is that low or high?
Medium.
Medium.
Businesses are allowed to kind of continue as long as you're in COVID secure manner. You can consume food and drink while seated, but it has to be closed between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. If you are a business venue selling food for consumption off the premises, you can do so through delivery service, click and collect, or drive-through. So what does that mean for the chicken shop, man? Does that mean he can't serve food? Unless he's got like Uber Eats or them kind of things. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't eat them things,
Uber
but
Eats thing.
Uber Eats too.
Yeah.
Churches allowed to stay open. Schools and universities.
Wait, are you allowed to sing in churches now?
No.
My mom fully part church now. I was like,
Yeah,
Mom,
Mum-
are you going to church? My mom was like, no, I can't sing. What's the I'm not going to church?
I asked my mum the
If I
same
can't praise
question.
the Lord, how you want me to go to church? She's like, nah.
Yeah, no. Does your mum church do it on Zoom and them thing there?
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah,
Does
most of
it
the
in-
churches have gone onto Zoom and Facebook
And
and all this stuff.
even YouTube live
Yeah.
streams. Live streams on YouTube as well.
Yeah, my churches do a Facebook thing. So sometimes if I can't make it, I just slap on the Facebook. I do like the kids do at school. Like, hold on, I don't know if any of them going to watch it. You know, just to slap it on mute, put it down, just like it's there in it. It says that you're there in it. But I can hear it though. I can hear it.
As long as you can hear it, that's the
I
main
can hear
thing.
it. I don't need to. Yeah.
But you know what? God watches you, though, innit?
100.
Just saying, innit?
Yeah. Exercise classes and organized sports are allowed to take place outdoors or indoors if the rule of 6 is followed. So basically, you just have to be in 6 people. Then you've got high, which basically means you're not allowed to you must not socialize with anybody outside of your household, support, or bubble. but you can meet in a group of you can't meet in a group of 6 or more. Sorry, you can't meet in a group of 6 or more, even
Or
if
outside or
even if it's outside. So if it's high, you can't be with
That's
people.
lockdown, basically. It's lockdown.
Yeah, again, the same thing with businesses and venues, but schools and universities can stay open. Exercise classes are allowed to happen, and you're allowed to continue to travel to venues or shops that are open for work or to access education. And then
What's the point?
No,
if you get, go on.
so with that one, is gym still open or is that closed?
Yeah.
Yeah, gyms are still open. Gyms are still open.
That one is still okay.
But if it goes to very high now,
Right.
you cannot socialize with anybody, not even people you've got a social bubble with. Yeah,
His voice.
I know. Pubs and bars closed fully. No more pubs, no more bars. You can only go to a pub or bar that just serves food. So basically, it looks like a restaurant, but you're allowed to get alcohol there. Schools and universities remain open. Places of worship remain open, but household mix is not permitted. Exercise classes can still take place. Yeah, basically.
But gyms are closed. But gyms are closed.
To my knowledge, yeah, it said if it's very high, closing venues such as leisure centres and gyms, while ensuring provision remains available for elite athletes, youth, and disabled sport and physical activity. So basically, if you're an elite athlete, you can still do your thing, but everyone else allow it. Okay. And they'll close indoor and outdoor entertainment venues and tourist attractions.
But you can still go to work. You can still go to uni. And
yeah, that's not a problem. Go to work.
Yeah, that's not a problem. So
get on the bus if you want to work, or even catch a train.
How does that make any sense?
And go to school, and go to university, but stay safe.
This stuff is very complicated, isn't it?
It's extremely complicated.
They make it very complicated, yes.
It's extremely complicated, and I'm not really sure.
So low is this basically what we're doing now, basically?
Yeah, so we're in medium. So this is where they try to say is a bit of a north-south.
I thought we're low. I thought London's low.
No, that's not low.
I think medium is the lowest.
Medium's the lowest.
Oh, okay.
But I think what this is actually telling us is that it's a bit of a north-south divide, because up north, they're locking off everything. Manchester, Liverpool, all them kind of towns, cities. Mm-hmm. But London, yeah, you can still function. So you can see the people up north are not feeling happy down south heads at all.
No, because
they've never felt us, to be honest. Yeah.
Nah.
But the thing is, I was watching the news today, and obviously there's a lot of people in Liverpool which obviously are affected, and they talk about the gyms. That's why I said all about the gyms, because all the gyms are all closing down. That's it, and obviously it's gone back into the whole PTs are all self-employed, etc. So that's going to cause a major effect once again.
It must be, to be fair, even Newcastle, because everyone in Newcastle is hench, isn't it? Like everybody in Newcastle.
It's probably true.
Every time we've gone Newcastle, everyone looks like they're roid heads. Yeah, no disrespect to Newcastle heads. Maybe they're not the Geordies, but like they must be just pulling teeth, bro. No Geordie Shore, no going out, and no gym.
Mental well-being, mate. Mental.
Yeah, and it was what was it last week? It was World Mental Health Day or something.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
That's a few days ago, isn't it?
Yeah, a couple of days ago still. Yeah, so make sure everyone looks after themselves and their mental health.
Definitely.
Any other things to say about this north-south divide, local lockdown? It just is what it is.
It is what it is, bro. Next week will be some other rules. Who knows, man?
Yeah. All right. Well, that is what it is. Well, okay. I'm not going to claim to know a lot about this, so I'm going to say I don't know a lot about this. But I know Twitter's been going mad about the hashtag end SARS. All right, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know what it is, and I don't want to plead ignorant. Anyone else know what this SARS thing is?
Yeah, I know a bit more than you, basically.
I know nothing.
Rich?
Yeah, I'm in.
No, do you know about it?
Yeah, I know about it.
Okay, go true, man. What's it about?
No, so basically, back in the day, like Nigeria was going through some serious armed robbery events. Like I think there's this guy called Rambo, they used to call him, and he used to head up these armed robbery,
area boys kind of thing.
Yeah, and this Jack Bear rich man and stuff like that, and and not a rich man. There's any houses that he thinks there could be potential, whatever. Like this is just jack all their stuff in it, and it got to a stage where if people are having a party or an event, you have to go and ask Rambo first. And basically, the police couldn't do nothing about it. They couldn't do anything about it because his gang was so big and influential that there's nothing the police could do in it. So in order to try and dismember that gang and whatever, they had to the government got a unit. Like in America they got the little units and blah blah blah. So Nigeria got a unit called the SARS, which is like an armed, like an armed kind of police force, but they're not an army. And they're not the, do you know what I mean? So it's in between the army and the police, but they can do their own thing, kind of thing, where they're just out to get armed robbers and
no laws, mate.
Force, yeah, exactly. So obviously they rough up a man, beat up a man, blah blah blah. Do you know what I mean? Even killed him, whatever. It was fine because the government gave them authority to do that, but just for the armed robbers, not for anything, not for the general public or nothing like that. But so as time's gone on, obviously the armed robbers now have decreased, and there's nothing much for them to do no more. So, they say idle hands is the devil's work. Do you know what I mean? So these guys, now they've got all this power, but they can't really use it no more. So now they just use it on the general public now. So there's bullying the public, raping girls, jacking man's cars, beating up people. Do you know what I mean? This going on reckless. And because it's owned by the government, no one can tell them nothing, innit? The police can't tell them nothing.
Okay.
The army can't tell them nothing. Yeah,
but the thing is, this has been going on for quite a while.
Yes.
Been on for quite a while, and obviously now it's come to light. I'm glad it's come to light because even Ghana have got military soldiers who are law upon themselves, and no one tells them anything. But obviously this group's a much bigger group. Obviously Nigeria, much bigger group. And have that, and SARS is special anti-robbery squad. That's what they're there for.
Yeah.
But they're not doing nothing of the sort.
Okay, right. Okay, sorry. Did they get Rambo?
I think they did. I think they did. I'm
sorry,
not
you
too
know what?
sure.
No, sorry. Like I was so attached to the story. I was like, okay, but did they get my man though? Like,
It's like a full minute.
yeah, like did they get my man?
No, I'm sure they did.
Okay, because all right, I'm gonna. I thought it was like some police brutality thing, yeah. Like, and I was like, I didn't understand what it meant. Like, I didn't. Yeah, but that makes sense. I thought the police were just going around mashing up people. So they're actually like a special squad within the Nigerian police or army or whatever, wherever it sits.
Yeah.
Okay, and they're going around just doing a madness.
Yeah, madness now.
Okay.
Basically, it's just like the way I say it's hiring a gang to patrol the streets as well as
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And there's leadership, but they're roadman leadership.
Yeah, they've become the armed robbers now. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is. But the reason why it's even worse because they're official kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? It's
And they're doing these protests all over the world, isn't it?
Yeah, all over the world. Yeah.
Okay, because I see them talking like, why isn't Burna Boy saying anything and all this?
No, he's come out. He's made a massive statement.
I know, but I mean, I think like earlier in the week, like over the weekend, like on Twitter, they were like, why aren't Burna Boy saying? I think they was even asking Steph like, what's Burna Boy got to say about it and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I know WizKid was out and about in London with a tannoid making a speech. I saw footage of Davido in the streets of Abuja protesting. So I think I don't know if it's been disbanded yet, but I think it's on the way.
Okay, so there was a lot of stuff happening over the weekend.
Yeah,
I think Kelechi from AFTV was also out as well.
Yeah. Just hope. It might be a case where they go quiet. They might say, okay, they might be told by the government just stay low for a while, but knowing how it works, they'll probably come back within 3 to 6 months and kind of slowly come back to what they do. But just the fact that everyone's been made aware of it, I think.
Yeah, I think now because everyone's making noise about it. Everyone. That's the power of social media now. That is the power of it, really. These are the good points of social media where, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you want something done, you just say the word and everyone just back it. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's good on that front, definitely. And yes, like I said to you, it's on the way of being disbanded, definitely. The government's taking note, and it will take a while, but I think in the near future there'll be no more SARS.
Yeah, and eventually it will be. It depends how far it goes. If the government takes stand and say just do something straight away, or what might happen is it might take from another government someone to say, like for example, the UK, for example, brothers to say from Nigeria and say what's going on. Then somehow it just puts an end to it all. But we hope and pray.
Well, hashtag #NSARS. Fully Geek Pod support the movement. And social media, if you can do most things, just get our podcast popping.
Come on. Hashtag fully geeked, baby.
Hashtag
No,
fully
not at the
geeked.
baby at the end, but yeah, fully geeked.
Yeah. All right. Was anything else been going on this week of any note before I go into the next topic?
Fire away, man.
Nah, that's it. That's it, really.
All right. This one, it's a kind of a north-south, but it's not really supposed to be north-south. But it is north-south. So, last week, well, let's start at the beginning. Let's just say it. Chipmunk versus Stormzy, or Chip versus Stormzy.
Well, Chip versus himself at the moment, boy.
Yeah.
All right.
It's good.
So last week, well, it came to view. I can't remember what day it was, to be honest, Kel. Was it Tuesday or Wednesday? Wednesday, maybe.
No, it was Wednesday, yeah. Wednesday.
So Wednesday, it came out. A video kind of appeared on social media of Stormzy and a couple of the man them leaving someone's car park, leaving someone's block, going to the car park, and a female voice shouting out, "You're rude, Stormzy. You're out of order.
You can't turn up at people's house.
You can't turn up at people's house. You're rude. You're this. You're that." Stormzy,
Yo, time to call me, innit?
Time to call me. So I was like, "What?" Like, and it was released on Chip. I said, "What? What does this mean?"
I was like, what's going on? But no, see, before that video, I saw Chip at a petrol station.
Okay,
he put a picture up at a petrol station when he's sitting down.
The Shell petrol station.
The Shell. So you know when you see Chip at a petrol station, Shell, you know what's going on. Like, so
It's a shelling. A shelling is coming.
So I saw the picture. I was like, "Hey, who's he beefing with now? Like, what's going on?" Then when I saw the footage after that, I was like, "Okay." But then I didn't know there was any video out. I didn't know there was any track out.
Yeah. So I just randomly managed to go on Instagram and find out there was 2 diss tracks sending for Stormzy.
Chip don't waste time. He don't waste time.
Nah, and to be honest,
well, technically, he waited 5 months.
Well,
yeah, this is my crime with it.
One second before you go. There's 2 songs.
Go on.
Killer MC, and then there's another one called Flowers.
Flowers.
Killer MC, I believe, was a response to Stormzy's verse in I Don't Know.
I don't know.
Yeah? Which is the name of this week's pod. I don't know. Yeah, exclusive, but to be honest.
Oh, is that what that meant? Is that what that meant?
Yeah, that's what it meant. I
was thinking he doesn't know what to put, and I thought, okay.
No, it's I don't know is the name of the pod. But then I realized, but I'm telling you it's an exclusive now, but it's a pointless because by the time you hear this, the pod's already labeled, it's everything. So don't worry about that. But you, man, it's exclusive, yeah? And so he did the I don't know, where Stormzy said some bars which were kind of going at Chip, where he started talking about.
Well, you're missing the first one though, because Chip went at him first.
So let's go. Okay. Well, okay. So the first one was Ways.
Yeah.
Where, hold on, let's go to lyrics. All right, Rich, you talk while I get the lyrics up so I can do it properly.
What do you mean I talk? What do you want to talk about? We're talking about the same thing.
All right, cool. Safe, my bro. Safe, my brother.
That's what he wanted. Just keep talking. It's fine.
Just get me. Just pass it on, man.
Silence, man.
All right. So basically, in the Ways track, which was done by Skepta, Young Ads, and Chip, there was a line in it where basically he says, When I trap, I use Ways. Mum said, "Can you change your ways?" Heroin on the floor, 5 racks on the bando door, and paid. Make that bitch squirt. I don't think they even had nothing to do anything.
No, not that
but
part.
Basically, this bit said they ain't a GOAT. They ain't a GOAT. But basically, it's like because Stormzy calls himself the GOAT. Yeah. So this lyric came out when the song came out. But at the time, Chip said it weren't nothing to do with. He weren't taking shots at Skepta.
Apparently, this cussing song. This is like called Wes.
Mez.
Yeah.
Stormzy.
Not your brother, Murph. Sorry, man.
Stormzy took it upon himself to kind of think he was talking about him. Then in the track with Tion Wayne, Dutch Avelli, and Stormzy, I don't know. Stormzy said he started talking about, where was it? Is he sending for me? I don't know. What them boy they sell first week? I don't know. Would they ask for the fee? Let them know that it's 1.5 for the headline show. Little nigga, that's million, not thousands. Stormzy's the GOAT, but they really been doubting. Came offline, I've been chilling in the mountains, and I'm not a rapper, so I'm not going to do the whole bars. But basically, then he says, Chris, while gone, bro, when I walk in the room, that's Big Mike, the most paid, the most sold, and I still got love from all the goons, like. Yeah? So he's then sent him kind of like, well, do you get me? I'm the GOAT, innit? Yeah? And then, from what I've actually heard, Chip then said to Stormzy, all right, you know what? Let's go back to back on a trap. Yeah, like let's just do it on wax. We'll do it on lyrics. We'll just go back to back. So I believe Chip made a track, sent it to Stormzy, said like, you do your verse in it, like it's cool. Like we're not gonna go, like it's not gonna be a thing where it's like we're going back to back kind of thing.
But yeah.
Yeah, here's a track. You do your thing in it. I believe Stormzy found there was something that was a bit disrespectful on this track. We haven't heard this track, which then meant Stormzy went round to my man's house with the goons in the Lambo, knocking on the door and acting the fool, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then obviously that's when Chips come back with the 2 tracks.
My thing is, why was Storms like you're like a superstar, bro? Like, why would you go to, you know what I mean, and be shouting and trying to knock down people's doors and whatnot?
Do you know what?
It's this modern day of cameras everywhere as well.
I don't know what possessed him, but I just think because you think Chip's a weak link. That's what I personally thought.
Yeah.
I just
Well,
think
even if you thought he was a weak link, do you need to go gooned up? Okay, Chip is there. Imagine, let's look at it. Chip's there. What do you do?
what you mean? That's what I'm assuming. That's what they plan to do.
In 2020. In 2020.
Well, 2020, but he went there with like 5 goons. He went there with
No, but
5
that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you can do that, but when you get there, what was you gonna do? Like,
What you
talk
meant
to
in
him.
it? Well, Chip kind of said that how, because his brother was in the house, innit? And he was like, oh, when the brother went to the kitchen, you man didn't come in, like whatever, kind of saying that how, yeah, obviously Chip wasn't there, but that's probably why they didn't go in. But the brother was like, come in the house, then, innit? Like, come in the house, but obviously they didn't go in the house. But
for me, I just feel like
I don't know.
I don't know. Like, it's a bit weird because what was you actually gonna do? Even if you punched him up, yeah. Like in 2020, or you punch it, like, you know, like I'm not saying they're not normal bears, but you're in the limelight. You can't just punch up. I mean, does that still happen?
It's a poor decision. It's a very, very poor decision. And the good thing out of it, Chip wasn't there, and there was no situation that's come out of it, apart from a diss track.
Also, do you
Did
turn up
it go in the news or anything like that?
No.
No,
And according to this happened like a couple months back, and they were saying that like this happened one day, then the next day he was doing like marching with like Black Lives Matter and them thing there.
Yeah.
So like when he was in Black Lives Matter and everyone was like, oh, Stormzy's this, and like Stormzy's sick for doing all of this, and
Are you Uchi Wally Wally or are you one Mike? That was Jay-Z's diss to Nas, innit? Get me?
Well, you know,
and then obviously Chip came out with a couple of diss tracks, and he's waiting for Stormzy to retaliate. Okay, 2 questions: should Stormzy retaliate?
No.
He should have, but it's too late now. Like, it's loud now.
I don't think he should. I think
why? It's just Chip. Chip's sending for you.
No, but do you know what? Stormzy's not on. It's different.
He battled Wiley, no problem.
No. So, Wiley's Godfather. Remember that he's Godfather, and plus he was on social media. Stormzy's off social media.
Stormzy's heard the diss track twice.
No, of course he's heard it. Come on, he's definitely going to hear it. But what I'm saying, there's less pressure on him because he's off social media. If you still had social media, you'd be constantly looking at social media. You can't literally get your eyes off it. Where he's off it, there's no need to. You understand?
I feel like they will. I think he should. He for the sport, he should retaliate. He should respond.
He called it a sport.
Yeah, no, for the sport. I'm talking entertainment. Let's keep it on wax.
MCs, come on, they're both MCs. They're both their roots, their source, their whatever they, you know what I mean, is they are MCs, and to be an MC, you're gonna battle. You will battle. That's part of MCing. Do you know what I mean? So you know this. If someone sends for you, and Chippers don't know Chip is not no small MC. Chip is a big boy MC in the game.
Chip is
Yeah,
the
of course.
grime scene savior.
And my thing about Stormzy as well is when the thingy was what's his name? Bugsy Malone was going at Stormzy. He didn't put up
Chip.
to
Stormzy or Chip?
No, Bugsy and Stormzy as well went in. They had a beef
didn't
as
know.
well.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that beef, man. But it was subtle lines that the mere mortals wouldn't notice that they're going at each other.
Listen
you know
to
what I mean?
this one, you know, mere
Mere
mortals.
Right. It's such a weird.
They get me.
Man's wearing a hood in the yard and he's a gangster, you know.
Straight.
Do
But
you
nah.
guys ever think that this like beef is ever like set up, just planned or anything, or do you think it's legit?
Some of it is. Some of it is.
I think if there wasn't a video of him going to the man's yard, I would have said, they're just doing it for entertainment. Someone's trying to do a mixtape, whatever, an EP. But that going to the yard thing looked like it was real.
He crossed lines. Stormzy crossed lines there because he went to the yard. You know what I mean? Like he could have his family. I don't know if Chip's got kids, whatever, or nephew or nieces. He could have like little kids there. Do you know what I mean? Like to go to his house. He crossed the line, bro.
It's mad, you know, when you think about they're quite like high profile, and it's like what's
and that's where I'm looking at it. Like as in like you wouldn't. I don't know. I couldn't think of it. Like you wouldn't expect.
I think it's
Robbie Williams.
Is it real though? Do you know what I
Robbie
mean?
Williams to go and start beefing Noel Gallagher or something, and go just into his yards.
Yeah, but you can see that happening though as well. That's the thing.
Yeah, and I tried to think of the most two wildest pop songs I can think of.
The date I'm gonna bury you.
I said maybe.
Let me entertain ya.
Yeah, nah. So that's what for me. I said, for the sport, I entertain it. I want there to be a clash, but it may not be ever a clash.
But listen, Chip, Flowers, big rhythm.
To be fair,
Flowers.
both of them.
Yeah, no, the other one was big as well. But
even the
is more
visuals,
direct. You know what I mean?
but that's because I think Killer MC was a response to I don't know. But did you see the video with the body bags?
Yeah, massive.
That was
Nah,
massive.
I'm saying visually, and I think he's got lyrics for lyrics come. He's one of those ones.
But even on Flowers, he goes, do you see the part? He goes, I don't know. I don't know, taking the piss out of this. Yeah. So even Flowers as well was retaliation too. I don't know. But
He
yeah,
said
man.
North side, you know what I mean? That's why it's a north south thing. Get me?
Here we go.
No, but everyone knows that North have got the bad boy MCs though. That's it.
But South is massive, bro.
You know, exactly. That's why it's even unfair, but they still don't have the bad boy MCs.
This is another pod, you know, because we could break down the South MCs, bro. There's a bare South MCs, man. But anyway.
Chip, Frisco, Wretch, Skepta. Sorry. I was just going. I was bugging out there. I'm bugging out.
Well, we got Krypton Coden, Stormzy,
all from one estate, bro. Thornhill, bro. They're all from there. All from around.
I'm not a South man. I don't know. I don't know why I'm defending the South man. You know.
They got a couple more P Money and that. No, you get me.
Come on, P Money alone, bro.
Come on, don't touch
P Money
him.
alone. Come on.
All right, which brings me on to this. If we were looking at clashes, what are the best clashes of like recent days gone by? So if we're gonna say that Chip and Stormzy, do you think it'd be a good clash if they did both put on the tracks?
Yeah, I think it'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah, good clash. All right, what would be our next like? What are other clashes that we think were standalone clashes that people might have to go and revisit?
There's so many, man. There's so many.
Who did
I think Chip and Bugsy.
Chip and Bugsy, well, that was good. But you got to remember P Money versus
Gets.
Not even Dot Rotten.
That was good as well. All
right, any clash of P Money in it? Any clash of P Money? Heartless versus Soul Solid Crew.
Yeah, that was classic. No. Page You Go versus Heartless Crew. That was big.
Page You Go, but it was Soul Solid Crew. I think when it Soul Solid Crew when it was in Watford.
Area.
Was it Page You Go? It was Area. Was it Page You Go? Dead.
Page You Go. Page You Go. Yeah.
Page You Go. Dead. Yeah.
Are you could bond them like kin? Triple Dragon never come back again.
Punk, imitators, Facios. Jeez. R.I.P. man.
That was when music was music.
Major Ace. Yeah, man.
Any other clashes that you can think of? Take That
I mean,
versus Westlife.
no, there's been so many clashes, man. But you know, but people are shook to clash as well. That's the thing about it. Now, obviously, you got a lot of the mics when Wiley, Kano, and them kind of things there. That was a big one. And then
Gets versus
Jammer versus Lethal B.
Huh?
Jammer versus Lethal B.
And was that a great clash?
It was a funny clash. It was funny. A lot of humor. But they just cussed each other's like it's a stupid like you pork dread and all them. This is there, you know what I mean?
I'm so happy I missed that clash. I'm so.
Oh, you
happy.
missed it? Do you remember seeing it? You never saw it? Oh, okay.
No, I never
Nate, did you hear about that?
Yeah, I did.
That's why he looked offended because he's dread as well.
I'm not a pork dread though, man. Don't disrespect my thing. And you see that hairline sharp. Jeez.
Put your hood on, please, Rich. Anyway,
no, thank you.
All right, cool. So there are definitely some clashes for you out there to watch. And talking of the clashes, we had a documentary, a GRM Daily documentary that I think all 4 episodes have come out now.
Yeah.
And the episode is a 4-part documentary called Together We Rise. The first episode called The Platform is Born. The second one was a celebration, a disaster. The third one was Grime Daily Gets Shut Down. And the fourth one was Empowerment. What are your thoughts on the documentary series?
I loved it, man. I loved it. You know, this shows you're gonna have ups and downs. Like, I didn't realize that Grime Daily were gone for like a year or two. I didn't realize that it did because they were banned from YouTube for like a year and a bit. So Grime Daily had no resources. Do you know what I mean? It's like like he was out of the game. Like Posty was out of the game literally for over a year. You know what I mean? So, but they don't even know themselves. They said till today they don't even know why YouTube banned them. You know what I mean? Apparently there's some copyright somewhere and other, but they said the copyright you get 3 warnings. They don't had 1 warning with that, and then some other stuff. They just made up some stuff.
There's loads of conspiracies. And like there's always Chinese whispers. Someone tried to shut you down. Someone's reported you. I think they even said Jamal from SBTV tried to shut him down.
He's like, come on, my mom makes it better than that. I was like, yes, Jamal. But yeah, man, it was just really good to see the grind, like, because we just see things that them must have had money before, or do you know what I mean? Like, there's some sort of backing, but there was no backing. It was 3 of them, one little IT guy, and then obviously 2 bedroom. I think one was more on the business side, and then Posty was more the connect guy. Do you know what I mean? And just good, man, at the ups and downs and stuff, and just believing in your product. That's what I'm saying, guys. We got to believe in this product that we have here. You know what I mean? Like, obviously we're moaning about one comment, but just give it time, bro. We keep doing what we're doing. We believe in what we're doing. Others will also believe in what we're doing, and with time, brother, it will grow. It will grow, man.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the motivation. That's the motivation that gave me.
Like he said, they got 100,000 followers in 7 years. You know, and it's a grind. You know, they put the work in. They did everything they had to do.
And it was at first, because at first there was just a platform they were hosting, innit? So like people would just put their videos on their platform. Then they started going out and filming those things, and there was like lots of other avenues they started doing. Like even for, like I said, from just doing the YouTube stuff to the whole Grime Daily, to the Grime Awards, the GRM Awards, changing the name from Rated Awards, changing the name from like Grime Daily to GRM and all that kind of stuff.
I never knew. I just thought GRM was just like a little acronym for grime. I didn't know it was grime rap music. I had no idea.
No, I don't think anyone until
when you said that, I was like, huh? I was like, I see.
Because it made sense because remember, grime was only one part of it, innit?
Yeah.
And that if you looked at someone like Gigs and that, they don't really identify as grime, but they identify as rap. But actually, GRM it was allowed. You know what I mean, it allowed more people to kind of get on their platform. GRM have had vocalists and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because to be fair, them leaving it as Grime Daily kind of cornered themselves into
little box.
Yeah. So whoever thought, why not call it GRM, Grime Rap? This is like a marvelous idea. It's made so much. It's made so much sense.
It's a rebranding as well. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, but I think, is it when they rebranded? Was it because they rebranded anyway in January? They had to, but when they closed the Grime Daily website, YouTube, did they come back up as GRM, or did they change GRM before?
No. So when it came back, they changed the name to GRM.
Okay.
They thought like Grime Daily, too many bad stuff happened. You know what I mean? All the crashes that happened and stuff like that. You got man like gigs on the phone, like, where's my music? Where's my video? What's going on?
Yeah. So Merv, obviously, Merv, you didn't watch it, but when they first started, they didn't expect it to be like a hard-hitting platform. So they had a normal website with people viewing the videos.
You know, like Worldstar. Do you watch Worldstar, Merv?
I've heard of Worldstar. Yeah,
Have you seen the layout?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're trying to make a UK version of that, basically.
And people used to view it like, I think they probably expected a couple hundred people a month or whatever. But what happened was they were getting like tens of thousands of people viewing this, and it kept on crashing.
Servers couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And obviously throughout the experience, they realized they had to invest more money into building, improving the servers, putting more money into it. And then they realized, go on to YouTube, and that was the winning hit for them.
And what you gotta remember is as well, like competition came, Link Up TV came out of nowhere. Do you know what I mean? Even when he first started, like he went to Jamal first, like, Jamal, do you want to do my videos for me? Blah blah blah. Jamal was like, nah, I'm cool. But that sparked a little light bulb in Jamal's head, like, I could do my own thing, And he done his own thing. So think about it. So and a time came where they were third out of those three, they were the last. Do you know what I mean? So imagine like the anxiety, the depression, the stress that you're thinking, damn, like I started this and these men just coming and overtaking me. Do you know what I mean?
And it's weird because even when they spoke about it, I remember going back in the day, like when I used to go on YouTube, like the internet, I used to go Worldstar Hip Hop, Grime Daily, and there was another one. I can't remember what
there's another one. Yeah, there's another one, another UK one.
I just
American one.
Some NY something.
Yeah.
I think Sean and them man brought me onto it. But that was every day I went on the internet. I just went to those free websites. I just looked at these stupid videos, bro.
Yeah.
And that was like for years, like for months, like for a year. That was just me every day. Real something New York. I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, I remember. Another thing that I took from this that little documentary was like branding is so important because like. Obviously, Grime Daily had people come on their platform and freestyle, spit 16, whatever. But Link Up TV, was it Link Up TV or SPTV? SPTV came out with F64s.
Yeah, F64s.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And just what I mean, the branding, how you name something, the best of brand, it's so important. Because like Posty was saying, Posty Crepman was like, listen, we're doing it on our platform. It's the same thing. It's just called F64. I mean, there's no difference. The same thing. Do you know what I mean?
All three of them have got it. So you've got F64. Daily Duppy, and then Link Up have got their own one as well.
Yeah, Link Up. I don't know what it's called.
They've all got their own version of this same thing. And basically, it was like who's got the best one. And then you even had Sloth with his
Fire in the Booth.
Like everyone was on this freestyle thing. And the website we was talking about was Real Talk NY.
Real Talk NY.
And then they've changed that.
Still there?
No, they've changed to Uproxx.
Okay.
Uproxx is still there though. That's mad. Yeah. That used to be this every day. So
Real Talk NY, yeah.
I used to give us the little things for the little hip hop videos and that, like them exclusives.
Yeah, straight.
But yeah, I thought the thing was very good. I thought the fourth one was a little bit too lovey-dovey. Like I liked the history bit. Like episode 4, it was like, oh yeah, we're all gonna meet up and we all link. Do you know what I mean? It was a bit too lovey-dovey kind of thing. But I like the whole getting to know what was going on behind the GRM. Posty's vision, Posty's journey, and then like seeing all the other artists kind of talking about it and stuff like that, what it means to them for winning like rated awards and all that kind of lifetime achievement. It was good, man.
Sorry, I keep remembering stuff. Like obviously, Posty's gonna be a lawyer. Man got like all A's in college, a 2-1 in uni. Man started law school. But then he's like, "No, like that's not my love no more. Like I need to make sure this thing busts." Do you know what I mean? Miles is on his laptop all day, every day, with plates in his room for a week-old plates. One day, his stepdad came in and goes, "Listen, get out, man.
It's time to go,
Get
son.
out the yard, like straight." You know what I mean? It's deep, man.
No, but he still believed in it, and
Yeah.
that's what I take it. He still believed in his product. He knew it would work. It can work. You know, with the right people around, you know, you can push forward. And like I remember when he was said that they were getting so big, they realized they had to get a studio, and then they rented out a place in Shoreditch, and I think he said he spent. Basically, they needed new equipment, so they went to the Apple shop and bought everything they had to buy. And I think they only had £460 left. And they thought, what are we going to do with this £460?
Start to go to clubs to go buy champagne and everything. There, go do it for a meal or something, isn't it?
They went for a meal. They went to buy Chinese.
Yeah.
And that was all the money they had. And the next day, boom, they were stuck in that studio. And now they're massive. Now I can't remember what the net worth is worth, but they're doing really well.
Yeah,
and they keep on climbing. And they mentioned about when they did their reward ceremony, their first one, and nobody wanted to give them a venue for the awards.
Oh, in the church, they did a church, innit?
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, they got a church, and that was the first setting, and that led. So imagine starting from a church. Nobody ever wanted to give you a chance, giving you that kind of pushing your own music, your own culture, and the church did it. Then the last guys, I think it was Channel 4, right? It wasn't Channel 4.
I'm not sure.
There was one on TV.
Yes.
Oh, definitely on YouTube. I know it's definitely on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm sure it was Channel 4 hosted one of their award show. But obviously that it went wrong a bit on that show as well.
Yes, that was But yeah, no, definitely. If you've got something to watch, do have a go and watch that. It's on YouTube. 4 episodes, maybe about 24 minutes long each. I mean,
yeah.
I was quite frustrated that they didn't release it all at once. I just don't understand why they left it.
To be honest,
like
I'm gonna be 100.
5 days.
I didn't watch it until all 4 of them were released, so I just watched them back to back, like a Drake diss track.
Allow the bars, Nate, please.
No, I was no. Okay. Yes, but I think it was a good thing to do, especially because Channel U left. Did you want to say something about Channel U, Rich? I remember you was talking about it last week.
Oh yeah, what's a strange one, because obviously I mentioned a few weeks ago.
Last
week. You know, we were talking about Channel U coming back and how Kel had a fundamental part of Channel U's history, and he was a rap star with his brethrens. Yeah. So, Kel, what was your name of the group again?
So I can't hear you. Your mic
Nate.
Going off.
Sorry, Nate.
Your mic going off, so I can't. Yeah. Anyway,
Nate, what's the name of the group again, Nate?
Nate, what? Netty Entertainment.
Natty or Nate?
Netty.
Why are you Googling it for? They can't see it, bro.
I'm not letting you share screen.
So, yeah. So going
it was number one for a few weeks, by the way, on YouTube, on Channel U. Sorry,
it was number one for a few weeks.
It was number one for a few weeks on Channel U.
Oh, so you used to rap?
Yes, back in the day, yes.
Mervyn, please do your job and get a screenshot, or I will send you the video link. Not a problem.
Yeah. So yes, Kel was on. As you know, we're made up of loads of individuals. Okay, back in the day, Kel used to be a rapper, was on Channel U, and Richard's make beats that would have been on Channel U as well. All right.
So I've seen that tongue too many times on this pod. Yeah, just cut it out.
I'm so glad you said on this pod, you know, because I was thinking, Merv, please don't say it. Please don't say it. But yeah, shout out everyone that's been on Channel U. Shout out everyone that's been on Graham Daily. It's funny because I remember my brother who's a singer. He released a track one day, and we went to Graham Daily and we went to link up, and we was like, which one should we get it to? And they were like, oh, we'll have it as an exclusive deal kind of thing. But you know, like, I didn't realize how the industry worked them times. So we was like, no, we should be able to put whatever platform we want. It should be able to go on all of them. But going back now, like we actually understood why. If we went to one of them, it would have been good. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But yeah, shout out them.
Yeah. So sorry, the whole Channel U thing. Right. What?
Oh yeah,
So
what you say?
yeah. So Lady Few pop a post last week saying that she's bought the rights to Channel U, but what's come out after that is Universal owned the actual rights to Channel U. So what she bought, I don't know, she just bought the paper, yeah, but Universal basically have the underlying if it's a yes or no.
Do you reckon
And
she bought? Do you reckon she bought Channel Akka?
Aka.
Yeah, Channel Akka.
She's bought something, boy, but I don't think it's Channel U.
No disrespect, but I will never forget the clash. Now we're talking about clashes. Do you remember her clash with Shiesty?
Yeah,
Kind of.
Go back, and what that one was legendary. That was the first one I thought, hold on, this is hella disrespectful. When they started getting mums and stuff involved, I said, this is hella disrespectful. That was hella
You know what?
disrespectful.
I need to see that.
But yes, all right. Well, people, let's go back to what we do best. All right, this week we had a series finale of The Boys. The Boys season 2, episode 8. This one episode is called What I Know. What's your take on the series, guys? Or the episode before we talk about series? What's your take on the episode?
Well, let me talk now because a lot of music beforehand. But anyway, no, I think this episode, yeah, proper wrapped up nicely the series. Because remember before it was getting a bit like, where's this going?
I don't know.
This episode, yeah, this episode like was really good, man. It was a good season finale, proper action packed and just shocking stuff seen as well, man. Like just revelation after little revelations and shocking stuff, man. Like it was good to see what's her name, Stormfront, get a good beating, man.
That was mad, isn't it? That girl fight. Sorry, lady.
Was like,
yeah, that was a proper
it was just so raw. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you know everyone's like that's how people would beat up a racist as well, Like,
yeah, straight.
We're stamping on them, isn't it?
Yeah, like, proper
madness, man.
But that's from the comics as well. But it's obviously they were male. It was reversed.
Okay, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was really good, man. Really good.
Yeah. Like.
But do you think it concluded well though? Do you think it answered all the questions and does it keep you hyped for? Because when it was ending, I was like, rah. So who is blowing up all the heads? I was thinking that. I was like, so what? Aren't they going to reveal who's blowing the heads? Because I know it's still
from the last episode, isn't it? Like and like I was watching it like with my brother and sister, and like my sister mentioned it, and she was like, "Yeah, what's about the head?" And like after all the major stuff happened, I was just on edge for the whole time. I was like, "Whose head's getting popped off now?" Isn't it? Like it's gonna be one of those like the main characters and all that stuff. And each like scene that it went to, I was like, "Whose head's getting popped off?" In it, and then it happened that that guy, that leader of the church, in it, is just like boom, and then. Right, who's done this to you? And then it just became a bit bait afterwards. Actually, it was that woman in it. So
Victoria, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, man, she's But I don't know how plot. She's working for. Is it what they call it again? VOD? Is it what they call it?
VOD. Yeah.
Yeah.
But is she working for? Ain't she against them though? She's doing a campaign against them.
That's the thing. She's just doing that. See what the plan is like. Obviously, you got to keep your enemies close, innit? So she's coming across like she's working against them, just so that she can like have an eye on all the their enemies basically, innit? Have a close eye on them, keep them close, innit? So she can just keep a close eye on them who's against them basically, so she can just murk them off one by one.
Sounds like she's doing a General Palpatine, man, or Emperor whatever. Star Wars.
Yeah. See, when you refer to Star Wars, bro, you're on your own, bro.
Chop me out, man.
Fully.
No, and and what's her name? Becca, man. The thing is, it was shocking to me, but at the same time, I'm like, how would if she stayed alive, that it would have changed the story for Billy Butcher, innit? like there would be no need for him to go, and he's got what he's wanted and all that, and but yeah, that was just a bit shocking. I thought that the Boyder was gonna go on with the boys though,
Butcher.
innit?
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no.
Yeah, but then again, I thought he's too young.
But the boys have disbanded now, isn't it? It looked like at the end everyone's went their own separate ways. You know what I mean?
But what's his name? But what's his name? Like A Train's reinstated again now, isn't it?
Yeah, the 7. Yeah, he's gone to the 7. Yeah.
I don't know.
And when I say the boys, I'm talking about the Butcher and the crew.
Oh yeah. They're having it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I did feel sorry for my man though, Fish Boy. The deep. I felt sorry for him. Because that was like a race thing. Like he only got in because of a race thing, innit?
But Steve is a snitch. Not a snitch, but he'll throw it under the bus. But obviously when the guy was chatting and he thought A-Train was in the wrong, he's like, yeah, A-Train, what's wrong with you, bro?
Yeah, and he's talking about, I don't know if it was this episode or last week's episode, and he was talking about someone, and the guy was like, he's a very horrible man. He goes,
yeah. He's like, yeah. Because Deep was picking him up, like, yeah, I know him. He was great. Yeah. This and that. It was, he's very horrible. Yeah, I did see that in him. Yes.
It's like, it's just going with the flow, isn't it? Everyone, man.
Yeah. He's got no mind of his own, man. He's a total waste, man.
Yeah, that's
proper
funny,
waste, man. But him and A-Train have a good chemistry.
Dynamic,
yeah. They make a good little duo.
Like, I hope they don't get clever and they'll be like, oh yeah, why don't we just do a spin-off episode of them two? Like, no thanks.
Nah. Just in parts. It'll be good. Just in parts.
Yeah, maybe one episode, but like, let's not get carried away.
Yeah.
So what about when Ryan killed his mother, obviously.
Yeah.
By accident, because he was trying to get Stormfront. But Stormfront didn't die though, did she?
Nah.
See, this is. Oh, I don't know what the comics are about. I won't read them, but we actually didn't see her die. Do you know what I mean?
No, and they said that they had her in custody almost.
Yeah, she's kept somewhere safe or something.
Yeah, so I wonder if she's gonna come back somehow, like some.
Like, is she invincible? Like, don't mean not invincible. Is invincible's right? No, yeah, maybe. Can she not die?
She was just
immortal.
On the floor, immortal. Armless and legless bars in, bro. So she's all right.
Yeah,
just
she seemed like
chatting bare
right.
German. She's just chatting, went back to her roots.
Apparently, she was saying something like just remembering a nice day with her husband and her daughter, innit? It was nothing like angry or nothing. It was just like.
How do you know?
I was watching some video on Looper, innit?
Oh, I thought you could speak some. I thought some secret like
no.
Some German speaker, you know.
My cousins are German. I probably could have asked them as well. That's the thing. Why did I know? Yeah. No, it's a good episode. Like, again, I don't know where it's going. Like,
yeah, obviously it'll be like more on that Victoria woman, innit? Because obviously she's hired Huey, right?
Yeah.
She's hired Huey now, so it'll be on that line. I think probably Huey might just find out who she is, and he'll call the boys like, "Listen, guys," and they'll come back together. Maybe
and get their head blown off. Also,
go on.
Why was Homelander on the top of the building wanking to the world?
You know what? That's an old take.
Yeah, I heard it was a scene from scene. I heard it was an actual scene from the first
season 1. Yeah,
I wonder because his hair was different as well.
You know? He looked different.
Yeah, because his hair in this one is different from season 1.
Yeah,
he's got his old hairstyle back.
Yeah, so apparently that was a scene that they had in series 1, but at the time, Amazon said it was too much for it to kind of be shown. But this season apparently it's not.
Okay, no, I know.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
But it was for me. It was a bit like, okay, I don't understand.
Yeah.
But I guess you're free. Do what you want in it.
I thought anyhow, because you know when they zoomed out, and I'm thinking anyhow I see sprinkles were there.
Yeah, but even that, I just want to know like how you like.
Done.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess he's trying to bust over the world, innit? I don't know.
I think obviously like his plan didn't work. He lost the love of his life.
He lost his child.
You know what I mean?
The thing is,
yeah,
he's so vulnerable, man. The guy doesn't realize he's like the most powerful man in the world, basically.
It's mad, isn't it?
He should just be like, you know what, screw this, isn't it? Like, I'm ready, innit? Because he all it took is just like, oh, if you do anything, then I'm gonna show this video to the world and everyone's gonna hate you. And it's like, wouldn't you think right now it's like, okay, well, I'm the strongest person in the world, and anyone that tries it is gonna No, but he generally just wants to be loved, isn't it?
He just wants to be loved, and I think he's always been his thing, in it, from childhood, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's weird. If he just wants to be loved, just behave yourself, man. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You have to start killing everyone.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a good episode. I think as a season on the whole, what did you think? It was a good season. Like, are we still like saying, all right, yeah, we'll wrap with season 3?
Yeah. It's very unorthodox, isn't it? So I like it for that fact that you don't know what's gonna happen. You have no idea. Do you know what I mean? So it's good. I was surprised to hear that Black Noir's in a vegetable state. So what does that mean for him?
Basically, they're on a Hulk on him, man. They're on a Hulk on him, isn't it?
Yeah.
But they done it, Infinity War event.
I heard that the reason they put that scene in was the artist who plays Black Noir. Apparently, he's got a nut allergy, so that was like a thing they wrote in for him. But also, I think it was a way of getting Black Noir out of it, because obviously Black Noir moves like he's indestructible. So
yeah. Because in the comics, he was the guy. He's the only guy that can kill Homelander, in it.
Oh, is it?
But like, I think that story's being written out now for for this one.
Yeah, I thought Maeve would be able to, but then again, like when all the 3 girls were just beating up what's their name, Stormfront, it's almost like Maeve couldn't handle her by herself anyway.
Yeah, no one could handle it by themselves. Well, to be honest, what was her name? The Far Eastern girl. Sorry, Kimiko. Yeah, she was the one that out of all of them, she was the strongest one. Yeah. Is she immortal as well? Because I swear she got twisted up her neck.
She got shot. Yeah, her neck got twisted and she just came back.
Yeah, so she might be immortal as well.
Do you know Starlight? Yeah, just what are her powers, Rob? Because they seem so. She reminds me of Jubilee, innit? Like, just like some sprinkles of light, and like, what does she actually do? Like,
no, she's got obviously. Yeah, she draws the energy of anything electric in it. She draws the energy, and then she can use that as a force field or whatever. But yeah, it's nothing special. Yeah.
All right. Well, if you haven't already watched The Boys season 2, Richard, please go back and watch it before we have season 3.
Yeah, you're watching it now.
Nah, he's not gonna watch it.
I will watch it. I shall watch it.
It's like his Dark Materials, yeah.
Well, I did watch Dark Materials.
This guy was promoting all of it, yeah.
Yeah, I watched all of it. Just didn't enjoy it.
In saying that, I'm sure his Dark Materials is supposed to be returning soon.
Yeah, the first season coming. Second season's coming soon. Yeah.
God's sake. Very good.
For God's sake.
It's unbelievable, Its release date is actually November the 16th.
Oh, there you go.
On HBO Max in the US, and it will probably arrive on BBC the previous day, which is November the 15th.
Yeah, it makes sense, yeah, it's the BBC thing.
Yeah.
We get it first this time.
Yeah, boy. Gangster for life. All right, which leaves me on. There's no power this week. Yeah, there's no power.
Listen, which one of you, because I'll blatantly admit, Sunday, it's like getting comfortable, tea and that. Yeah, for Amazon, and I was like, oh, like I completely forgot that it's just like
it's
mid-season break, isn't it? So
fully mid-season break.
See, but the thing is, it's funny. We knew it was mid-season break, apart from Merv. But...
No, I did know it's.
No, yeah, we knew because we spoke about it. But obviously, you just got into a habit, innit?
Yeah, I got into a habit, Rob. That's what it was. It was just like, yeah, boys, power,
Lovecraft.
Like, but.
Yeah. But the world of Twitter
went outrage. Yeah,
outrage. They were like, "What do you mean it's not back until December?" I was thinking, bruv, they told us that.
Behave, man. It's probably just around the corner as well,
Clearly don't listen to the podcast, bruv. Clearly don't listen to the podcast.
Clearly.
Otherwise, you'd have known.
Got to manage your expectations, people.
It is, man. 10 episodes. And then I think Power Book 3 is supposed to be coming out after that. But we had Lovecraft Country, episode 9, which is the penultimate episode of the series. And this episode was called A Rewind in 1921.
Emotional.
Yeah, that's two of the words out of my mouth, man. Proper emotional.
All right, who's taking it away?
I think Carl should start. The thing is, though, when you guys were like putting in the group like Lovecraft, I thought, for some reason I expected some sort of Rambo
Death.
episode.
Oh, okay.
Jerry, like octopuses and all that stuff. But I thought, okay, this is like on a different.
It's a deep one. Yeah, it's a deep one.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, definitely emotional.
And did you notice? I don't know, like with the other episodes, like if you watch it on Sky, that is, or if I like, it says it gave you that disclaimer that it's got scenes of racism in it. And I'm sure it's never done that before in any other episode.
I watch it on alternative platforms.
Yeah.
No, I watch it on Sky, but to be honest, I just use I just fast forward until I see that the TV shows.
The words finish.
Bro, I don't watch no advert. I don't watch none of it, bro.
I watched it on Sky Go, innit? So you know them ones like, but
on Sky Gold, it's forced, bro. You can't even skip them ads.
Yeah.
Can't even skip the ads.
No, I downloaded it. There's no time for ads on Sky Go, you know.
Okay. I know when you try sometimes you stream it, like you try to move it, it's got to play 2 adverts first.
Download that.
Yeah.
Got the patience.
Yeah, so this was obviously Diane, right? She got infected or cursed by those 2 girls. Or 2
from the police officer.
Yeah, from the police officer, yeah. And so obviously everyone's panicking, like blaming each other, like, I told you you should be looking out for her. And then Tickle's like, no. The lady was like, I saw her outside, but I didn't pay attention. And then they're all blaming each other, innit? And then they're like, who do we call? Christina. We got to get Christina involved, basically. So they're like, all right, cool. But Ruby was like, I'll get her because obviously I'm more tired of her.
That's my beans.
That's my
that's Bay.
That's Bay, innit?
No, but does anyone know what she's been doing with Christina?
No, I don't think
no one yet. No one questioned it.
I think Letty knows that she turns white, like she can turn white. I think she told Letty that. But I don't think she's told Letty that her and Christina / William have been doing things. I don't think they know that.
Okay.
But but obviously when she said that, then obviously Tick and Letty were like, nah, don't go to her, this and that. But she was the only choice really. So they called her in. But I think but before that it was revealed that basically Letty gave, because Tick was saying that, okay, to do this, we're gonna have to strike a deal with Christina. So I'll give Christina the
book of
names, the scroll thing, innit?
Yeah.
Whatever it was, so that he can get, so that I'll give her that in turn so she can cure Diane in it. But Letty was like, I've already done it. I've already given it to her. And then that obviously caused a beef. And then Tick's dad went mad, like, you know what I mean? But then Tick dad remembered that, oh, you know what? Like, she's pregnant, basically. Do you know what I mean? So it calmed him down. But yeah, so Christina comes along, looks at the Diane like, boy, you know what? We're gonna have to do some hocus pocus. However, we need the person with the strongest bloodline to her for it to work. But this won't cure her entirely. We'll just reverse it for a while, and then she'll die eventually. And Tick was like, yeah, I don't care, just do it. So basically, I saw what's his name? Tick's dad just face like, uh-oh. So because everyone would have thought that it would be him as the closest relative.
As first cousins.
Yeah, no, because he's an uncle, innit?
Yeah, uncle.
Yeah, so I think uncle is more stronger than first cousin blood, right?
No, but they're not uncle. It's not his niece.
No, so that's his niece. Yeah. Tick's dad is Diane's uncle.
Yeah, so I said Atticus would be first cousins.
Yeah, but Tick's dad's blood would be stronger than.
Oh, so did Tick's dad say that he'd do it first?
No, he didn't say that. But Christina said
he would have been the obvious choice.
Yeah, he would be because his blood is more stronger than Tick's blood technically, because he's the uncle, innit? And Tick's first cousins. Do you know what I mean?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Rich, put on mute. Huh? Put yourself on mute, bro. Are you not talking to someone?
I said yes, correct.
No, he's agreeing with me. Yeah.
Okay, no, I thought he was talking to someone. The way he looked to the side, like I thought he was like chatting to someone in the room.
So when that happened, obviously, Tick's dad was like, "Shit, that's me, basically." But I'm not the closest blood. Technically, it will be Atticus, because the great reveal that we all kind of knew that George was actually Tick's real father.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So it could be brother and sister, basically.
Yeah,
Mm.
exactly. They're brother and sister. So he had to confess in it. He had to confess to take that. Listen, basically,
You
George.
could be
This is it.
George's.
Yeah, exactly. So
But then when he started talking about like, oh no, your mum and your dad, your mum and your uncle were really close. I was like, whoa, what does this mean? Like, what kind
No.
of freaky deaky stuff were you talking about?
No, come
But,
on.
but
Two
that's why,
brothers and a
yeah.
sister. Two brothers and not two brothers and sister. Two brothers and a girl. That's a
and
bit
a
much.
girl. Yeah, but obviously later on we get to see what he meant by that.
Mm.
You know what I mean? We get to see that
Yeah.
from young age they were all kind of close and
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
And from day dot he's been
Yeah.
that way inclined.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
So obviously he confessed to Tick that, yeah, you know what, George, possibly could you be your dad? So blah blah blah. And Tick went mad because obviously his dad used to whip him in it, but lash him. And like you figure, hold a second. He used to lash the life out of me. And I was secretly wishing that Uncle George was my real dad. And he could have been, and like so. Obviously, their relationship's always been a bit fragile anyway, but it's made it more fragile. Do you know what I mean?
And later on, you see why he used to get whipped by his dad.
Yeah, exactly. Then out of nowhere, Hippolytus just walks in like, "Yo, what's going on? What she sick?" I was like, "Hey, where you been? Like, what's going on? Where you just come from?" Do you know what I mean?
It's when she said, I've been on Earth such and such for like 500 years. I said, whoa.
Yeah, I don't get. I was like, what?
Yeah, no, she's out here, bro. She knew the future. She knew everything.
Well, she was living her best life, literally, boy. But yeah, so she comes, rushes to see her daughter and whatnot. She gives her, obviously, luckily she comes because her blood will obviously be the closest blood to the daughter. So they used their blood. They used her blood for the spell. Then she goes, you know what? We just go to the time machine and go and get a book of names from 1921. Do you know what I mean? And because before the fire happened, and Tiggle's like, how? The machine's broken. She goes, don't watch that, blood. Man's got this in it. they're all rushing it to wherever the time machine was, and she's doing some mad technical, just fixing everything in it. Get the wires, get a screwdriver, whatever. There's all the people around, and then she gets it working. And then obviously remember those two wrist things that she has in it.
Yeah.
Because this is the battery basically to keep the pool open. So she plugs it up to herself, and then the pool opens, and it all go to 1921. And then this is obviously the year where the Tulsa thing happened, where you know what I mean. So it was emotional for them because they witnessed it. Well, for the dad because he witnessed it. And it's also emotional because he's getting flashbacks of what happened to him at home. He has to get beats and whatnot. Then obviously later on we get to find out that when he was young, he had like a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And that boyfriend got shot in the head and whatnot and stuff like that.
Thomas.
Yeah. But yeah, so obviously, so you go and see where he grew up, and you just obviously the first scene is the dad just getting a branch, just lashing him.
He said, "Choose a lash. Choose a lash.
Yeah.
Choose a lash."
You know, you want me to say, choose a belt. Go upstairs, choose a belt, and come back downstairs.
You used to come up with the thinnest belt, bro.
No, the big one, the thick one, the big buckle. Like, Mum, come on, Mum.
Yeah, bro. You come downstairs, you're wearing 3 tracksuit bottoms, acting like it's normal.
Trust me. But yeah, bro, he was getting whipped, and then obviously Tick's mum came out to stop him. Like, come on, leave him alone now. Do you know what I mean? And then also George came out. Do you know what I mean? And then Tick's mum's dad said, "Listen, you can do whatever you want to do with your kids, but my daughter, don't you dare touch her, whatever." And then she was angry with George because George didn't stick up for his brother at the time who was getting lashed by the dad. Like, why? She's like, why don't you stick up for him? Blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? This and that. And then obviously all this whole time, Tick, Letty, and the dad are watching all this happen. And then the dad disappears. So therefore they're going to try and stop. They thought the dad was going to stop the fire from happening. But he wasn't. He's going to... Because I don't think he told anyone the story, what happened.
No.
He was young, yeah. So obviously Tick went to find him and stop him from doing that. And then Letty had to go to try to get into that house before the fire happened to get a book. You know what I mean? So when she got to the house, no. So I can't remember what happened, but she's walking on the streets, and then some white racists will like just
Like running her down.
They killed one guy in it.
Yeah.
And then they're going after her. But
That was a bit random though, isn't it? Where
yeah, but that's in those days, bro. It was a game.
Anyone gets it. Anyone can get it. Anyone can get it.
Must have been the start of the Tulsa thing, though, isn't it? Because
yes,
it was ready in motion, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a day of the Tulsa riots.
Yeah. So
yeah. So, but you know what, bro? Just on a side note, like a white American, I was watching stuff on YouTube, and like a white American, like that Tulsa story was hidden or just swept under the rug in regards to American history for centuries, for years and years. And he was saying that when he watched Watchmen, he thought that was made up. He thought it was a made up thing, that it was just a made up storyline to suit Watchmen. So when he saw it again in this program, he was like, rah. So he did some research. It was like, oh, this really happened. Do you know what I mean? So like, yeah. So it's like a lot of, especially white America, have no idea about Black Wall Street, have no idea about Tulsa and what happened and what they done. They have no idea. It's a history that's not spoken about at all. Like, it's deep, man.
Imagine.
And the names they were saying were actual people that had died in the Tulsa riots.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Letty runs, obviously, but she's getting shot at, but obviously she's got the mark of Cain, so she's protected. And then obviously George's dad comes out, shoots at the white people, and tells Letty to get in the house. She gets in the house, but obviously she's wearing modern trainers for them times, innit? So I saw the pumps. So I saw the grand looking at the trainers. Like, she kept looking at the trainers like, nah, like, what's going on here? Yeah. So she knew she was a bit fishy. Do you know what I mean? And obviously when that the riots start happening and whatnot, everyone's getting their positions and stuff like that. Letty goes upstairs trying to find the book. The grand comes in like, yo, what are you doing in here? Blah, blah, blah. At the same time, Tick's found his dad. Do you know what I mean? And his dad's, and then the dad's like watching himself in the middle of the square, talking to a boy, and he explains to Tick that, listen, that's me. Obviously, that was my first boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. I could have stopped him from getting killed, so I want to stop him now from getting killed. And Tick was like, no, you can't do that. If you stop that, I might not exist, because we don't know what will happen. If you stop that happening, you know, you and my mom might not get together, and then blah, blah, blah. We don't know what's going to happen. So Tick stopped him from intervening with that. But the dad always told a story that some mystery guy came and saved them, innit?
With a baseball bat.
With a baseball bat, started beating up all the white people that were attacking them. And like, what did he say? What that the quote he said? I got you, kid. Yeah, I got you, kid. Yeah. So obviously, as soon as the dad said that, he hit the baseball bat on the floor. Was like, oh shit! And he just like all fell into plan where he was that guy in it. So obviously, Tick just ran. Started.
I think that's amazing. You know, I thought that was amazing.
The slow motion hit he gave that white. I don't think you might see that slow motion hit. Bang!
I forgot to look. I was like, anyhow, I see jaw come off or anything, man. I'm not ready for that.
He was definitely moving. He was definitely moving like Jackie Robinson.
Yeah. He was swinging. He was swinging on the madness. And then obviously he said, I got you, kid. And then but Letty was pissing me off though. Why is Letty just strolling in the streets and bloody Hippolytus is struggling like to keep the pool open? But I was cussing. I said, can't you run? She's just strolling and the bombs are falling. I'm like, run. Like, don't you know you have to get back home by a certain time? She's just strolling.
Wasn't it, Hippolyta?
Say again?
No,
yeah, man. But obviously, these times, I don't know how long the pool's been open, but obviously it must have been a while. And so Tick jumped through, and then the dad was waiting for Letty, and Letty was just strolling, taking a calmness down the road. She said, you know what? I can see she's loving her protection. She's loving it. Yeah. You can't get me. You can't get me. You know what I mean? And then they all finally made it at the end. But like obviously, because the mom Hippolyta was holding it for so long, but her hair turned blue. Now she looks like but now she looks like the comic book cover, innit? Like, you know, that blue hair thing.
Oh yeah.
Bro, it's mad, isn't it?
I didn't clock that, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so like so now they got a book of names. But so now they got a book of names now. What's gonna happen? What can they do with that book of names now? They could cure Diana now, right?
Yeah.
They should be able to. But even then, because remember at the beginning, Christina said that the man, or no, they had said the man, because Christina said the only one who can lift the magic is the person who laid the magic, yeah? But then they said, oh, but he's been slain. But then later on, you see him alive, remember?
Yeah, that's correct.
But they're looking for another black body to be his host.
Well, why is he getting black bodies?
Because in those days, bro, black people got missing and no one cares. It's the same way. Remember that house before when they showed that doctor doing experiments on black people? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
in those days, you kill a black person, go missing, nobody cares. You tell the police people that, we'll look for them. It doesn't matter. So it's the easier way. It's an easy option for them, isn't it?
No, I just assumed that he goes for black people because they got some ability. I don't know. I just thought, is he just picking black people because they're easy to get rid of, like in the sense of, is that what you meant?
Yeah.
That and the melanin in the skin.
Yeah. But I think he's dead though. I think he's dead because
No, he's not.
That curse that Ruby put in his office, I think it reverses it. So that's what she was saying. Like,
that's when she came in the room.
She came in as William. And with that curse thing saying that, now your powers will work against you, or something like that. And the wording was basically the way you usually rebuild yourself when you get killed, it can't happen no more. Do you know what I mean? And stuff like that. Because she goes, now I used to watch you die 100 times, but now I can just watch you die once. So I think he's gone now.
Oh,
I think he's gone now. Yeah.
I think if he can't reverse it, by the fact he's dead, why should it continue?
What do you mean?
So why should the curse continue?
The curse continue, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I just want to find out what powers the little girl's got, because she must have something.
Well, she's a good artist. I think what she draws and stuff like that. I think it'll come that what she draws comes to reality, or she sees the future or something. I think it's something like that.
Okay.
Because she's got that bloodline in her, innit? So they've all got something, man. They've all got something in them. But yeah, man.
Definitely a big episode.
Yeah, it was big.
You've got the final episode next week, and that'll be the end of the series.
Do you think there'll be a season 2?
I hope so.
Because, bruv, man like Atticus he's going to be a big Marvel superhero now. Well, super villain. Will he have time to film this now? Do you know what I mean?
I hope so. I was thinking.
I would think so. I think COVID and everything else, it's always delays everywhere, isn't there? So he must be able to get opportunity to come back. This is because do you know what? From day dot watching this. Or
does he die next episode? I don't know.
He won't die. They won't kill him off.
Probably. You never know, bro. You never know.
Yeah. But that's what. Do you remember? That's what Christina wants to do.
That's the prophecy, and that's what Christina. And he promised. He made a promise to Christina that he will come to wherever she wants him to go. Or can't remember what it's called, to do the ritual, and she needs his blood and pretty much all of his blood to perform the ritual, so she become immortal. So yeah, I mean, and obviously, I remember the Korean woman's name in this one, but yeah, she said that she saw him die in the future as well.
Jihad? So, no, is it Jihad or is that the other one? GR. It was GR, isn't it?
GR, I think so.
Yeah.
So if so it's all arrows are pointing that he will die because that's what everyone's saying. However, we all know that it probably won't go that way.
Is there a planned season 2? Or was it just
I have no idea.
Because you know how Watchmen was, it's just like, no, it's just
one
a season. Yeah.
They need to stop that, man.
Yeah, it'll be good to see. It'll be good to see what happens, though. It'll be good to see what happens. Being on next week.
Yeah, the final episode should be good. Which would be season 2, episode 10.
Season 1.
Season 1, sorry. Season 1. All right. That was Lovecraft Country, which brought us onto a TV series. And I know my man Rich always wanted to talk about British TV programs. Said, let's keep it British and European and stuff like that. But there's a new series that has started on BBC called Life. Merv.
Yo.
Life. So
Yeah, man.
just quick thing. We just dropped episode 3 because I ain't watched 4 and 5 and 6 yet.
Certainly. Yeah. Yeah, man. No, yeah, I started it yesterday, finished it today, man. It was a good watch.
Rex.
All of
Proper,
it.
yeah, man.
Smack, man.
My eyes weren't coming off that for no one, mate.
Just like me though. I watched the first 5 episodes. Yeah, within like
I know I
24
was
hours.
watching it last night. I was conflicted. I was like, wait, it's 1:00. Like, it's just one more. It's one more. Like, they have to get that 3-hour balance in it. Like,
Yeah.
basically, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
yeah, man, that was yeah. It's like, you know, that from that first episode, and these type of programs always do this, isn't it? It's like you watch it and it's like it's obviously following 4 different people.
Yeah.
And it's like
They're all linked somehow.
they're linked. And even at first, I didn't even clock that they was all living under the same.
Nor did I. I didn't clock that as well. All
Yeah.
living in the same house. Yeah.
Like, I probably want to live in that house. That's the thing. Like, imagine if it were
It's
one day.
probably
It was
serious.
lovely building, man. But yeah, just basically following different households, like in that one building, and they're just all going through their thing. Like, you've got one, like the older couple, the guy.
Yeah. Just treating his missus like.
Meet the birth rates, and
One's joking all day long.
Pride and Prejudice, Mrs. Bennett, like they're just like obviously doing their thing, and he's just some happy-go-lucky guy in it, and she's just like just there, you know, just being a good wife and all that stuff. You had Adrian Lester, like and his wife, like, you know, he's just like
I probably thought she was alive. I was so baffed.
Bro,
I was so baffed, bro.
At first, I was.
Yeah,
baffed.
I was confused.
They've done that
That's
so
like,
well.
hey.
You didn't expect that.
Nah,
series
not
like
at
that, innit?
all.
Like,
Not at all. Yeah.
like, so yeah, that as well. You had the woman that just is pregnant with, you know, from having a one night stand with that guy from Youngers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like and obviously she's already
Hannah.
met someone. Yeah, Hannah, that's it. And then you had Belle, just recently.
Alcoholic.
Yeah, recently sort of just moved and divorced and stuff. And she's the one that's actually from
Dr. Foster.
Dr. Foster. Yeah, don't know if any of you watched it.
No, I never watched that. No.
I was so confused.
Was she alcoholic in that as well and stuff like that?
That's the thing. I think that's the first time I ever saw that woman that ever, like, that the actual actor in Dr. Foster. But because that's the first thing I saw her in, and she wasn't like a major character in it, and I just forgot that she was in there. And it's like, I guess after like in a few episodes, you realize, yeah, now I know exactly who you are. Now I know your story, like how you've got to this stage. So that was a good, like, because I couldn't see the connection.
Yeah.
Like,
wasn't it that the writers are it's the same writer?
Yeah, same. Yeah,
same writer.
But yeah. But yeah, those are the main players basically, isn't it? So
yeah.
And you had, is it Syra Chowdhury,
yeah,
who is David's student?
yeah.
And we'll leave it there. But episode 1, now you know what? I'm not even gonna. What I wanted to say, I'm not gonna say on the pod because people's partners and stuff listen to the pod anymore, so we won't do it. But episode 1,
I would have sinned, bro. I was saying it, bro. Listen. I've been all wet and I don't know.
Couldn't even just jump out the window and hurt us because you're just falling on sand, bro, or in the water, isn't it? Like,
it's a straight dive. A straight dive into the pool.
I came back and my friends have all gone out and they've got my key. I was thinking, whoa, really?
Yeah.
Just walk in the yard,
the minute they let her in, he's like, yeah, he knows what he's doing. But
yeah. That's it, man. That's it.
They even said, "Oh no, my wife said I should go on this holiday by myself." I was thinking, when? But I don't. When did his wife die? Recently?
I believe so.
6 weeks before. What about 4 weeks before that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or 4 weeks before that. Yeah.
Yeah. At least.
Yeah, because the woman was saying that Belle was saying that she's been leaving her letters for the past few weeks, and she's been ignoring her for 3 weeks. So yeah, it must have been about 4 weeks. But yeah.
I think when he was in a pub talking to the woman, she said that she died 6 weeks ago, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Hannah's boyfriend, he's an idiot.
Oh, he's an idiot. Yeah, he's an idiot.
Idiot.
It's complete waste.
You're
Big
annoyed.
absolute idiot.
Complete waste, man. Yeah.
Allow him.
Nah, he's like, yeah,
Nah,
you
he's an
tell him.
idiot, bro.
Nah, he's moving like an idiot. Your missus already done something with someone else. He's got pregnant. You got to ride it out, innit?
You know what? He's just trying to be that guy, innit? He's just trying to be that guy, you know, I'll be there to stand by you, etc. But
Yeah.
it happens. It happens in people's lives. It happens.
And you also had, what's her name? Belle's sister and niece as well.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
a good. I like that story. That was a good story.
Them
as well.
two. You know, like when you watch programs these days, they're never straightforward anymore. You know, it's never just an easy watch. You're always conflicted about. Obviously, the sister's going through some serious mental health, innit?
Yeah.
And I think it's a realistic depiction of mental health, I guess.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you just feel like you're proper annoying, like, and you're behaving selfish and everything like that. And
Yeah.
I guess obviously, like, without spoilers, but things just come together, sort of thing. But yeah, you're just constant. Like, you think about everyone's morals in the whole program as well, innit? You just think to yourself, no, you're wrong, but I understand why you've done this, and it's mad, man. It's mad.
No, I think it's a sick little program, to be honest.
No, it is. You know, it is.
Like
It
6
is.
episodes. They're give or take an hour long, but I think
Nate, have you seen the part where Belle's husband comes in the picture and stuff? Have you seen?
Belle's husband, is that
Or ex-husband? Sorry.
Is that when they're in the bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she leaves because she gets a phone call from the niece to come and pick her up from the club.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, I've only got up to episode 3, but the big reveal episode 3, I was like, what? Shut up! Like, I almost
no one saw that coming.
I didn't see it coming.
I did think it was a bit iffy. I did think it was a bit iffy in the sense of why is she on this guy so much? Like, you only saw him once.
Yeah.
You just kissed. Like, that's what happened. Like, and how did she know what school to look like enroll in and stuff like that? I was thinking, that's not a coincidence. She knew he was teaching at that school and she enrolled into that. Like, how did she know that? I was like,
that was a bit weird, isn't it? I thought that's too. That's like, I would have, because I thought, okay, this is a bit cheesy, but oh well, you know. It's still quite light-hearted and almost comedy-like anyway, so it's like, okay, that this can work.
Yeah, it can work. Yeah, I'll give it a little blight, like, all right, you know what, it's fine. And then,
I feel sorry for what's her name, Gail, though. Like, the way she gets treated, man.
South Order, Gail, the woman from she's also from Gavin and Stacey.
Oh yeah. She just like, and she's the thing is, she gets treated so unfairly, and even when she's trying to explain stuff, it's like she almost has it, and then it's just like she just kind of just gives up after a while, and it just rolls with the flow, man.
So Nate, I have to keep asking. So I don't have to ask about spoiling it.
Spoil it.
Okay, no.
No, go on, spoil it. It's stuck. You know me already. I spoil enough programs not to be upset by
part where,
spoilers.
like, basically the daughter and the son knew about something, but then to the mum.
So when the mum reveals that the dad was having an affair, around the table.
The way I would have slapped the daughter, like, so hold on a second, you both knew. What?
Nah, they're moving wild.
Cost their life.
They were moving wild.
Like, nah, man.
Yeah, I saw them coming out when I was younger, and Dad said not to say nothing.
But this is what's deep, though. Would you necessarily if you basically saw your parent, your dad doing that? Yeah, would you be like, "Hey, yo, mum, like, guess what Dad's done"?
No, I'm just saying. I don't know, but I'm just saying, as a mum, both your kids, and not one of them told you about, or like.
Would you realistically, like, I think I'd be in denial, you know, especially when you love both your parents and you see it, like, it's like, if I tell my mum this, what's it going to do to her, isn't it? It's one of them, it's not, that's what I'm saying, it's deep.
It's true, it's deep, it's deep.
Because if you told them, you're effectively...
you can break up the marriage and bring up a home, a happy home.
But it's not your fault, really, it's down to their parents, isn't it? But at the end of the day, it's like straight, like, you will just feel bad afterwards, isn't it? But I like the way she said to leave. Like,
she said leave me. Yeah, I said gone.
Like, mom, nah, brother. out.
But Henry's moving wild, and I think he's a dick.
Yeah. He's,
Of
but you
course
know
he
what?
is.
I've seen people like that, you know. That's
Yeah.
but they're doing a jovial way, so it always
Yeah, you never
it's
think
unnoticed. Do you know what I mean?
this is what's deep, man. It's like, and it just makes you think they've been married 50 years, isn't it? 50
Yeah.
years, and
Man.
and it only took her friend to just to basically say like, yeah, he treats you like
I
crap.
thought, I thought it'd be a deeper story with her friend, you know. I thought like there'd be some
Yeah, I
deep
thought she'd
story.
come back. Like she just kind of
Yeah.
disappeared after, wasn't it? Like,
Exactly,
Yeah,
because
a
the way
school friend.
the way they made it out, and then
Yeah.
they should like, oh, I need to find her again. I need to talk to her. I need to see. I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, what's
Yeah.
going on there? But
Like, yeah,
nothing
but
much.
no, it's yeah, man. This program just makes you just think a lot.
No, I'm like I said, I'll finish watching the next 3 episodes, especially this week, and we can dissect the whole
Dissect,
series.
yeah.
But I think it's sick. Which led us on to an episode, a TV show that it's a film. I can't remember if it's a film or a series, to be fair. But Maximus wanted to talk about it last week, and I think it's a film, American Murder on Netflix.
The doc. It's a doc.
It's a
yes.
documentary. Sorry, I haven't seen it, but you man, take it away.
You haven't seen it?
Have you seen it, Murph?
No, I
Yeah,
haven't.
I've seen it as well, man. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is a deep program, Like, and the thing is, you're watching it almost like it is just a
I
program.
knew
TV
nothing
show,
about the
yeah.
story. I knew
Yeah, neither
nothing
did
about
I.
the story.
Neither
I didn't
did
know
I.
what happened. Like, nothing. So I was watching it with fresh eyes. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And I was all for the guys. Like, nah, there's no way. Like, I was like, nah, who's done this to him? Like, who's
Yeah,
done this to him?
because-
They're deep.
Even that, because do you know what it is? What must have happened is you see, obviously, the police come there. You see him come running because obviously they're using real life video footage.
Yeah.
And you see him coming and he's like, hi, officer. Yeah, usually, she just came out from holiday. He broke it down. And that's for, okay, cool. Where's she gone?
So Nate, basically, to the viewers and listeners, a woman and her 2 kids just went missing one day. Just went missing, like out of the blue, and the husband was that. So the woman's friend called the police because they're tight. They chat every day, and she realized there's something wrong. Do you know what I mean? I think she's trying
just to interject, because they came back from holiday, didn't they? Well, they came back from
North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina, and the woman was supposed to have an appointment the next morning.
Yes, that's it.
That sort of condition, doesn't she? And
Yeah,
she missed
yeah,
the
yeah.
appointment, which is not like her at all, and can't get hold of her or the children. So that's kind of like where.
So she was kind of panicking, and but I don't understand. Let's call the husband. Why are you calling the police? But anyway, so she called the police,
Agreed,
and the police called. I think trying to get, because the husband works in some gas
Oil,
Yeah,
kind
so it
of
would have
but
been
oil,
early.
thing.
Early.
Like in some did you watch what's that series Breaking Bad? Did you watch that, Nate?
Yeah.
So that they used to do it to like some outback, like in the desert, to do their
quarries and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The cooking.
So that's what he works, that kind of area where there's nothing there. It's like a desert. Do you know what I mean? That's where he works, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? So obviously, the neighbors got cameras. So the neighbors like tell well, I've got cameras outside my house. I've watched, and there's nothing dodgy. You just see the husband going into work as usual, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? So
the neighbors deep though, The minute he goes,
said,
that dude ain't acting right, he ain't acting right at all. And it's like, you see how the officer tried to kind of like be a bit impartial and justify, well, just imagine how he's feeling. He's probably not in his right state of mind anyway, sort of thing. But it's
the neighbor was onto him straight away.
Like, it's time to follow my instincts, like, because when you think about it, it's like, why would you just jump your neighbor straight away like that as well? Do you know what I mean? Like, you'd assume that they have some close bond or something like that. So for the neighbor just to immediately like, nah, the guy's not acting right, innit? Like,
but to me, he was acting normal to me.
It's because we don't know him. We don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. And to be fair, like, his reactions to me seemed a bit, all right, I don't want to panic unless I know what's actually going on in it, because it weren't even
that's how it looked to me. Like, he's like saying, okay, you know what? They're probably alive, because like he said, I think they had a little disagreement. That's what he said, in it. So I thought, okay, she's taking the kids, and they've gone somewhere. So the way I'm looking at him, I'm thinking, okay, he's being calm until he knows what happened.
Yeah.
But to be fair, so go on, man.
Yeah, go, Rich.
No, but I was thinking him being calm. But then again, it doesn't really make sense because she left her phone at home, and then she's gone, and the kids are gone, and her car's still there. To me,
was
personally,
the phone left at home?
Yeah, phone was on the side.
It's like this is the pride and joy sort of thing, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
And the wedding ring stuff.
But she was constantly like, it's so weird as well because you hardly see like one of these real life documentaries where you're just seeing bare footage of the actual person
at a time, innit? At a time,
it was just social media queen, innit? Like she's just on it all day, constantly. Everything like even when he came from when he went to go and meet her at the airport, it's like let me know when you're coming down the escalator so I can see.
It's like a film it.
Yes, I thought like that must have annoyed him though. To be fair,
even when on holiday and beefing, she's still trying to do selfies. You just see his stone face in the picture, like really.
No, but it's true. It just shows like they can picture a whole how you are as a family.
Social media is not real life, man.
All the text messaging as well, like just bare texts, isn't it?
Bare texts. He's not touching me. He's not this. He's not that. But on Facebook, you're putting up pictures of you guys laughing, smiling, and everything together. Do you know what I mean?
And it's deep because you almost kind of start thinking to yourself, like, obviously, start looking at her kind of personality as well. Because she's just like. They make it seem like she's just going nuts, innit? But I was saying, like because I was watching it, Sam. Like, I thought, right, I'd still kind of like. I think she was watching it the whole time, innit? She watches them like crime investigation all day, so she already knew the story, innit? She goes, I recognize that person's face, you know. I mean, this is so deep that you even know the story before you even watched it. But so like, because we were thinking. I wonder what the relationship was like with her and her mother-in-law.
That was toxic, isn't it?
That was toxic.
Yeah. So.
But
Yeah. Go on, Carl.
I was gonna say, listen, like, obviously, even her friend said she's very bossy and very demanding. Even her friend said it. I've always said this. There's a thin line, you know, a very, very thin line between insanity and sanity. A very, very thin line. And like. I mean, there's no justification what he done, but like when you're bossy and stuff like that, and then you demand that your family, his family can't see the kids again and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then you're driving them away. She doesn't know it because obviously she's a bossy type and stuff. So she's making all these demands, and no, your mom can't see. Come on, that's the guy's mom. What? She made a mistake. She didn't know about the whatever. I think it was, she got to give him some nuts or whatever.
Ice cream.
Like she didn't know. And then she just said, "Get out of the house. You're not seeing her again." Blah blah. And like basically just deleting that whole side of the family. Do you know what I mean? It's gonna push him away.
It's mad because he was so like. Not once did you see him respond like
switching on,
like even in the text, like even with how she was going in the text messages,
he was like, sorry babe,
you're being like proper out of order, isn't it? And he was like, no, you know, I'm really sorry, it's not cool what my mom, like he never responded aggressively from what we saw anyway.
But Merv, they went back to us, all his schoolmates. Everybody said, I've never seen this guy lose his temper. I've never ever seen this guy act out of character. His school friends, everyone. Do you know what I mean? Because nobody said that this guy is erratic or he's got a temper, or no one has seen him act out of character. Even she hasn't. Because
what was interesting is that, like, he had an affair. Like, it's so weird how things just started unfolding. Because at first I thought, no, this guy must be. It's too obvious that this guy has killed her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Really and truly, I thought it was going to be someone else, like a stranger.
That's what I thought. I thought it'd be someone else.
It's too obvious if they make this guy, and it's almost like scene after scene after scene. It's like, okay, he has lied. He is having an affair. He was just so careless about it, because you're having an affair with someone that you work with, number one. And you're posting, well, whether I think she might have been posting it.
I think it was her,
on her own platform.
They're just posting it on social media. Like, come on, like in terms of how all the algorithms of social media is now that you might know this person. It's like all it takes is for one person to be like, yeah, why's your husband just kissing up on this woman, basically? Like, do you know what I mean?
Do you know what it is? I just think he's got. But I think he probably got to a point where he actually doesn't care if he gets caught or not.
And I'm part of me thinking, is he some sort of psychopath as well? Because he's just so calm. Like,
No,
just
no,
so calm.
Merv, like he went to the other side. He went to the other, like I was saying, there's a thin line, you know. Honestly, bro, there's a thin line. He just went to the other side. He crossed that line, went to insanity, and he just lost it. I'm murking you and my kids. I want to. He's like, I want a new life. It's like I don't want you no more. I don't want you. I don't want anything to do with you. You've destroyed my life. You made my life a misery. Because, bro, when he was away for 5 weeks, he hardly contacted her. And then when he did see her, he didn't want to touch her. Do you know what I mean? So it's like those are telltale signs where, like, I've had enough. Like, obviously, he should have told her this.
Again, I mean, and these things are like, obviously, if you have an affair with someone, and it's like, okay, well, I'm not really feeling my partner sexually anymore. Like just I don't want to touch you in it because I've got my person I'm having an affair with. Fair enough, and that's like kind of normal, I guess, to some degree. But to kill them, I'm like, nah, man. There's something something's going on in your mind there. Because the dad, who was it? I think it was the dad or the mum that said, like, yeah, the way his daughter is like she's someone that wouldn't, like, she's a fighter, isn't it, basically? So
yeah. So he said that he reckons she done it when she was asleep.
Yeah, and I'm just like, but even if you had this premeditated, I'm like, you've done a very lousy job at it, isn't it? It's like leaving her phone at home, just put in, because with the children, I don't know if he just literally just dumped so it sounds so horrible to say, but
I know, it's deep, man.
Threw the children there whilst they were still alive. Like, I don't know, like, was it filled up with water? I don't know, like, you know, where they.
Well, but his account of it was he drove them there. They were alive when he drove the mum.
Yeah.
To wherever he's gonna bury them, and then
because the mum was already dead, isn't it, at that point?
Yeah. So, but they believe that he killed them all in the house.
Okay, yeah, because he was saying, like, what you could hear is like, "Daddy, no." Like,
yeah, that was
Because could you imagine if he actually did do that whilst the children were alive, like getting all the way up in that? That's mad, man. Mad.
I just don't understand. I get. I don't. Well, it's not. I shouldn't get. I get him killing his wife. I get that. But why then kill the children?
I know. Why?
It's like, why?
That's what I mean. He wanted to sever all links with that woman, bro. Like, but it's
even then they were saying, like, why don't he just leave? Like, all right, I'm having an affair. I've done wrong.
Exactly. Just leave, man.
No.
And she was pregnant as well. You lot forgetting she was pregnant, bro.
Yeah, she was as well.
And it's almost it's almost like he didn't want to go through the headache of getting a separation, having a divorce, and probably the way that she was behaving with him anyway, she probably might have just hounded him, like, just send it, like, you know, and he probably just didn't want any of that. But I'm like, killer, really? What? At least just disappear. Do you know what I mean? At least
man.
Let me just Because it's not to say, like, the woman that he was having an affair with didn't know anyway. Like,
exactly.
She was just, well, okay, like, he could have just been like, you know what? Let me just cut all of you off and just disappear. But to kill her, like, I don't know, man.
I think
I'll never understand why people kill in that type of capacity, unless, of course, he was literally being threatened or his life was in danger and it's self-defense. Like,
just like what you just said, what Kel said. This is it's a thin line, right? And
because everyone, even school friends, everyone said this guy is a normal guy. Like, there's no out of character. But like, I told you, man, about the Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix.
Yeah.
Bro, the French family, bro. Man killed all 4 kids and a wife. Buried them. Like, I don't understand what goes through their head. There's no beef, no nothing. Just, I don't understand, bro. Like, your kids. Okay, yes, your wife is out of order, but your kids.
Yeah, no,
like,
how'd
you do it, man?
You can't do that. You know,
deep, man.
killing
stuff, man. It's probably chilling stuff, bro.
Yeah, it's scary because, you know, do you remember when they did the lie detector test?
Yeah, I thought it would pass, you know.
That's what.
That
Because I still had hope in him.
Yeah, it's not him. It's not him.
Yeah, the dad. Yeah.
No, I was saying, Rich, yeah, like he lied to the dad because remember what he told the dad? He goes, "Oh, she murdered the kids, and then I got upset, so I strangled her,
and he killed. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
You
right.
know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, he just lied to the dad, bro. So that's what I mean. He's a serial liar, bro.
I just, you know what? We say he's a serial liar, like he's had past history. He's just lost in his situation and he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, that's what I think, because even though he lied to his dad initially or something, he still said, to me, he confessed quite quickly that, because he still killed her. Even if he lied about it, he still said I killed her. Like, I think, raw man. Like, could you imagine just saying that you're aware that you're in a police station, that they're listening to you as well, and you've just confessed to killing your wife? Do you know what I mean? But obviously, like, he kind of softened it because he said that she killed the children, and when he said that, it just sounded so made up, though, innit?
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
It was one of these.
Then, yeah.
I don't know. It might have been a crime of passion, to be fair, like, because he didn't have this planned out at all. Well, I don't know. I don't know if he woke up that day thinking he's going to kill his wife and kids today.
No, because initially I thought his new girlfriend was involved.
I thought as well, you know.
I personally thought he had nothing to do with it, but she came and killed her. I'm mad. I know. I'm thinking.
I didn't think that, but I thought it was like a thing of, well, if you want me, you're gonna have to kill them. You know, the ones there. Yeah, bro.
Well, you know, it was deep though. Like, even after it all came out that he killed her and stuff, how the people on social media were just like, "Oh, she's a bitch," or "She drove him to this." You know, she treated him horribly. I'm thinking, look, man.
There's no excuse for that. No excuse for that, man.
Yeah, you can't. There's no
excuse for that.
None at all, man.
None at all.
But what is strange that people saw that about her.
Yeah.
Who saw that from afar, but he lived in it.
No, I'm sure. Listen, I'm not saying. I'm sure she was like everyone says, she was bossy and demanding, and obviously what she did to the in-laws wasn't right. You know what I mean? So you could tell it was her way or the highway, kind of thing. But there's still no excuse, man. There's still nothing. Leave her then. If that's the case, leave her. You know,
the bottom line is you don't kill nobody, man. No one deserves to die.
No,
exactly. Especially the innocent kids, man. Come on, man.
You have no right to take anyone's life. It's simple as that. It's simple as that. But it was definitely good insight.
Yeah, it's just mad. Like, it's just the world is crazy, man. You must watch Unsolved Mysteries, on Netflix as well. I'm sure your missus watches it, Merv.
No, she don't watch it on Netflix. She just watches the crime investigation channel, isn't it?
Oh,
Joe Kendo, man. Joe Kendo.
Merv, watch your back, man. Watch your back.
She get ideas, bro.
She learned how to do the perfect one, man. The perfect one. No one ain't gonna see it. She knows how to do it. Get rid of the evidence.
Some metal sheets over me, boy.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Acid and all sorts.
Adamantium blanket, bro. Straight.
Old school wire. Shh. Just nailed it down. You're good, bro. You're good.
Yeah. Big up. If no one's seen it, go and watch this show.
Yeah, man. It's deep. It's deep.
And the fact is, it's actual footage.
Yeah, real time footage.
Real time footage.
Really
right, no, I will have a watch.
And good on her as well, you know. You see the house she built at 25, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Wow. She smashed it.
From nothing, all from just her own working hard and, you know what I mean, saving up.
The thing about America, especially that part where they live, you could literally buy land.
Yeah, you could do that there.
You can simply buy land and I'm going to build on that. Boom. Amazing. R.I.P. though.
American Murder. Netflix. We can do it today or we can wait because it's a 4-part series and the first 2 parts have come out already. They came out on Sunday and the 3rd part's coming out next week Sunday and the 4th part comes out the week after. We spoke about it before when it was been announced, and in America I think it was a 5-part series or 3-part series, and they kind of extended it, and that is the program Enslaved with Samuel L. Jackson. Did any of you watch it on Sunday? I know I put it in the group.
Yeah, I watched.
Yeah.
I watched the 2 episodes.
Yeah, I watched the first 2. I'm sure the third one's come out today.
No, it comes out next Sunday in England. It's
Oh
on
right, okay,
every
yeah,
week.
yeah. I know. I got an announcement on my TV time saying it's out today, but yeah,
it might be out. The American, it might have come out earlier in the Americans.
Yeah,
Americans.
Yeah, man. Like,
It's just deep,
oh
isn't
man.
Well, you know what it is? It's the line that the introduction of it. It's like when he said the Atlantic Ocean is a graveyard, also a crime scene. I was like, that hit me, man, because you never.
Yeah, what hit me as well when he said 2 million deaths, 2 million didn't make it. He goes 12 million.
On the way there, innit? On the way there, innit?
Yeah, 2 million didn't make 2 million bodies in the ocean.
Bruv, I think there's a lot of people, and there's 65,000 of us at Emirates, bruv. 2 million mental numbers.
When you think about how big the Atlantic Ocean is, the distance between Africa and the western side of the world, and to think that the ocean bed is just full up with like dead bodies, man. Like, it's unbelievable.
But we know what part was deep, the oysters.
Oh
The lad, oh my gosh.
Yeah. What, 2,500 acres of
Bruv, when they looked, I thought, okay, no, the guy's talking shit, like it's land with like a couple. Bruv, the whole thing was oyster shells.
Whole thing, bro. That's all they could eat, bro, before they go on the ships.
Yeah,
that's so scary.
And I don't even like oysters. That's nothing to do with anything, but it's just mad.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just like
you know, in my head, I'm like, I don't want to eat that. Like,
mate.
The packing of the ships, man. Like even what they were saying, like how what's deep about it is how technology has obviously advanced, has pioneered over the years, isn't it? Like all the amazing things that they could do, like the design of the boats and the weights, and like everything about it. But these vehicles are used to enslave people. Do you know what I mean? To just transport like
cargo.
Like
they transported people like cargo, and like because at first when they kept on referring to all of like the divers, I was thinking, what's they got to do with anything? But then when you like see them dive to the bottom of the ocean and they see like stuff like the cannons and like, oh, this is ivory, and I'm like, it's mental, brother. It's mental.
Yeah. And they didn't find out skeletons though, did they?
No.
Not in the first 2, no. Yeah. And is it Manila? Was it Manila? Manila was the currency they used.
Yeah.
Is it was made out of copper?
Nothing.
Like the little ring.
It's got no value. It's got no value.
Nothing, worth nothing.
No value.
And the King Manila's worth 100 slaves, isn't it? Like.
Yeah. And people. I quick Googled that yesterday, and people use that metal just for decorations now, but not knowing what it actually really means. What it was made.
I think there was a diver that he said that when he found all those things in the 70s, isn't it? And he didn't know what there was at the time, didn't he? Like, realized, it's deep, man. Deep.
Yeah, it's just. You know what? When it comes to Black History Month, what the problem is, right? I try to avoid looking at things and researching, even though I do it throughout the year, but not as much. But when Black History Month, obviously, we're kind of focused on Black history, and the more stuff you watch and you read and you think, honestly, I struggle not to hate. I think I know it was back in the day, but I still don't understand why would people do that. I'm not a devilish person. I don't understand what would drive me to enslave people to do and rape, kill.
Sugar in it, because they all have their coffee and tea.
But no, I get that.
So they want their sugar.
I get that, but the way the mean going about it, come on, bro. This is.
Come on, bro. I'm with you 100% on this, man.
Yeah, I just my mind. This is why when it comes to Black History Month, I kind of try and not run away, but not focus too much on it, because it burns. The burn keeps on going, and it won't.
But how do you guys? Because obviously you guys are Caribbean, so your ancestors obviously went through that. Do you know what I mean? So like, when you watch this kind of stuff, how does that make you feel? Right.
you know what? I guess because it's so far away from obviously like where we're just living in here now, and I was thinking about it today actually, just the word privilege. Like I guess how we kind of more or less use the privilege for people that are maybe maybe white people, I suppose. But when I think about the times that we've grown up in or born in, like we're you know we're quite lucky, obviously, to be born in a time where we've had opportunities. Do you know what I mean? To be where we are right now. Whereas like hundreds of years ago, they didn't, like, you know, our ancestors and things like didn't have that at all. And
It's over 100 years ago, Murph. It's
well,
over 100
okay,
years
not even
ago.
100 years ago, but I'm just saying, I'm talking about more or less from the
Yeah,
beginning where the
Yeah,
slave,
yeah,
like, because
yeah,
like they said, it like we didn't start off as slaves, we were enslaved, weren't we? So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
like we were living paradise before this happened.
Mm.
And it's so, unless you can literally, because even when I went to Ghana, when I went to was it Cape Coast, I think it was.
Mm.
But I didn't know you took a DNA test as well.
Who, me?
Yeah, do you take a DNA test?
Oh no, I just, that's just I don't know, I didn't actually take one, but I just heard like my family told me like stuff. But I went to
Oh,
Ghana for a wedding, innit? Like it wasn't,
okay.
yeah. But when I went to Cape, I was in the actual dungeon or whatever you call it, and I was just like, when the person was saying it to us, like telling us the stories about, I'm like, the room was small, man.
Yeah, I
Do you know
went
what I
there. I've
mean?
been there. I've been there.
And yeah, and you see
You
that the
could just
little
smell
window,
it. You could smell it, bro. You could smell the.
yeah.
You could,
But it's hard to, you try to imagine it as much as you can, but unless you're actually there, like obviously we can never feel that. Do you know what I mean? Like, because
yeah.
we're not. Well, hopefully we never go through that again. Do you know what I mean? But it's I don't. You do feel sad when you watch it, but I don't know, man. It's yeah. I definitely do understand why black people are angry about it still. Like you know, sometimes people know, well, it happened like with times are moving on. Not really. Do you know what I mean? It's still, things are still happening right now, but yeah, it's mad. There's a lot of, like, yeah, we went through how many years of that, and there's still a lot of years to be repaired from it as well.
Yeah.
Like,
I
And
have
they,
I have a sense of appreciation for those that did make it and the sacrifice that a lot of them had to kind of go through to get to where they got to.
mm,
And like I don't necessarily always look at it as a negative. Like it is the whole experience is fucked up in it. The whole experience is messed up. But like growing up, Roots was one of my favorite films. I ain't watched it in a little while, and I may start watching it again. Like I thoroughly, no, thoroughly enjoy is the wrong word, but I look at it through different eyes. When I was younger, I used to look at it through a sense of anger. I look at it now as a sense of like, actually, let me just see what history did. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't, and we always talk about that Black history shouldn't actually just start and end with the slave trade.
mm,
Like, and it should be about our history beforehand or even our history post that. So, do you get me? I should be
mm,
celebrating those that bought themselves out of slavery and all those kind of things, as opposed to just the negative experiences of the whole ship coming over.
mm,
But seeing that, it did make me think like, that's messed up. You know, them ones like it's messed up.
mm,
Yeah, it wasn't a nice feeling. And I guess especially for the Americans have always, and we've met Americans before, Kel, that have not been able to identify with a history. So they always call themselves African Americans, but they've never been to Africa. Or they don't identify themselves as Africans. They are just Americans in the same way that you call Hispanic Americans or I
but
don't know.
like, because luckily the Caribbeans were able to make their own culture, and
Yeah,
luckily
mm.
you guys are the majority on the island, so
yeah.
you're not oppressed
Yeah, so for
in this day and
us,
age.
I
Yeah.
guess it's a different thing. So like if someone says, "What's your heritage?" Like a student said to me today, "Sir, where you from?" I was like, "What do you mean? My parents or me?" Like I was like, "What's going on?" She was like, "Oh no, what country?" And I was thinking, I was born here, but my ancestry is Jamaican. And she was going, "Oh, I knew he's Jamaican." And I was like, "Yeah, I can tell your accent." I was thinking, "Yo, I don't sound that at all." But you know what? You're in year 7. It's just nice that
The
you know what I
niece and
mean.
nephew. Yeah.
Yeah, the niece and nephew. I said, all right, cool. But like so for me, yeah, yeah, it's important for me to watch, and I think it'll be something that I've recorded on Sky Plus, and at some point, maybe when the kids get a lot bigger, it'll be something we sit down and watch. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's important for them to see that part of the world and understand that there were fucked up things that happened.
That's what I asked as well. So obviously, like Mervyn yourself, will you ever like talk to your kids about what happened, like in regards to slavery and all that kind of stuff, or you just let them find out by themselves, or just because right now they all they know is I'm Jamaican, I'm St. Lucian, but like, will you like say, you know, this is where we originate from, or this is how it happened, and blah blah blah. And
I've told them that like we're all from Africa.
Yeah.
Like I've told them that like all the Caribbeans and Americans, they're all from Africa originally, the continent of Africa. So like but again, when I talk about Africa, we talk about Africa's the riches and the heritage and all of those kind of things, the land of kings and all that kind of stuff, as opposed to, do you know what I mean, any form of negativity.
Yeah, flies in our faces and shit.
And then later on we can talk about like, do you get me, people are stolen from their land and taken.
No, it's sad, man. Like, and even when they're saying about the life expectancies, like once you get enslaved, your life expectancy is just 8 years, depending
that was for the sugar, that specific factory.
The sugar factory.
But that's Suriname. Like I knew about Suriname because obviously a lot of Dutch players, a lot of the black Dutch players are from Suriname. A lot of them are like Seedorf, Kluivert, Davids. That they're all Suriname, even Wanyama, all them people. So and you always knew about Suriname, but like just to know the history, like even to know that there was a Pacific group that escaped, like they fought the white owners, the Dutch, and made their own little town in the woods.
They made them turn around, didn't it? Turn the ship around as well.
Yeah, exactly, and they killed them, like, you know what I mean.
Yeah. What do you know? The island where the captain was, and he had the Fly Emirates shirt on. What
That's Suriname. That's Suriname.
And where's that? Like
South America. It's beside Guyana. So you got Guyana, Suriname, and then French Guyana. So you know that how Guyana say the Caribbean, but really it's South America. Do you know what I mean? It's the same kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? And like they kept their culture, they kept the language. Do you know what I mean? They know where they're from in Ghana. They said that most of them originate from Ghana. They know this and stuff like that. So it was just good to see. Even in Jamaica, you got the Maroons. The Maroons are similar to that, where they're the rebels that escaped from the slave masters, set themselves up in Jamaica, keep the culture of the African culture, the language, everything. You know, I don't know if St. Lucians have it as well, but there's always like it's always nice to see that some people were able to escape and keep their culture and keep the language and stuff like that. So,
and even in the first one, they kept on talking about the slave trade going to Brazil.
Yeah.
And I know the missus was like, Brazil, and I was like, yeah. And she was like, because obviously you only ever hear about them going to like America or the Caribbean. So you kind of think it was just north, and I was like, no, they was in South America as well.
Do you know Brazil's got go on, Nick. So go on,
No, go on. No, you go.
No, I was gonna say Brazil's got the highest black population apart from Africa. 5 million slaves went to Brazil.
Yeah. Like it's mad, because all along basically the west coast of the world really is where they went, in it, like Europe, America, like north and south,
Central America. So we watch World Cup and you see Paraguay, Uruguay, all those teams, not Uruguay, but you know, you guys are getting South America and they're all black. You're like, hey, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? They're all ancestries of the slave trade. Do you know what I mean? And Argentina is deep because
they're the worst. They hated them.
Bruv, like they had the slave trade went there as well, but they killed off all the blacks. Like, because at the time Argentina was having war with Paraguay, and they just put all the blacks on the front line. So they just pushed all the blacks on the front line. So they got killed off in that war, and the governments that took over just killed all the black people in Argentina. That's why you go to Argentina now, there's no blacks, like whitewash. Yeah.
Do you know what as well? Like, what's deep as well? Because this was or is, I don't know, a world problem, isn't it? Because all continents were involved. That's what they're saying. Like everyone, like Africa was involved in it.
Yeah. Like 100%. Like they went to the Ashanti region in Ghana. Do you know what I mean? They were saying that. obviously in every society there was a class system, there was a class role,
Yeah.
but no one was treated like the way where, do you know what I mean? You don't eat, you're worthless, your property. It's like there's certain classes. So you obviously when you're in the lower class, you're more manual workers and stuff like that. That's what woman was saying and stuff like that. But obviously they had no idea what the whites were doing.
Yeah. No.
And we remember as well in those days there was different ethnic groups.
Yeah.
So let's say that, and the Shanties were quite powerful in Ghana. So they'll try and like obviously they got beef with this. Let's say I'm area in it. So if they capture some areas, they'll give those areas to the white man. Like here you go,
Yeah.
take that for money. Do you know what I mean? That's the kind of thing it was. But it obviously didn't know that this in turn they're gonna be treated this way, kind of thing. And obviously the whites just manipulated them and stuff like that, and just
And
it's deep.
It just makes you kind of think about the level of, I don't know, ignorance, I suppose, in throughout world history, like just how human beings just treat each other. It's like you just okay, like, and everything's just basically based on, I don't know, the wealth in it really as well. It's like, well, yeah, let's trade. Like, it's mad, and it's not that much different today, really, is it? I mean, obviously things are like, obviously these things can't happen today, but it's just these things are just being properly ingrained in people's minds. Like even up until like what we were just talking about in Lovecraft with the whole Black Wall Street thing. It's just it just travels from different times, really, in it as well. And it's like, will it ever stop? You know, and I can't really. Like even what's happening today, basically, like there's still going to be a level of we're just penalized, basically.
Yeah, I'm like, why? I don't understand where the hate comes from as well. It's like, why do you hate us? Well, I mean, we didn't ask you to come check us. You know, we were cool where we were. We didn't ask you to come. You came with your far self to us, and you came and took us all over the world. Do you know what I mean? Although we obviously, okay, in technical terms, we migrated before that, and we made civilizations all over the world, which is true. Well, even America before the whites came, even before the Indians came, that's proven. But I'm just saying, like, we were cool where we were. You came and disbanded us, and you know, in higher volumes, took us to the Atlantic and to Europe, everywhere. Now we're here. You're like, what? Go back home. Well, we were happy at home. You know what I mean? You destroyed our land. You destroyed our home, and you used our riches to better your land. So like,
and I think like, especially with the quote unquote Americans, but considering they're actually Europeans, do you know what I mean? Like they're Europeans that speak European languages. They speak English, Spanish. Do you know what I mean? They're European languages.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I say about Hispanic culture. That's why when most brought up, I was say Hispanic culture, whatever. I was like, what is Hispanic? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's some made up term. But Latin people are just mixed. They're mixed race people. They're a mix of black, indigenous people, and the Europeans. That's what it is. Do you know what I mean? But yeah.
All right. Well, episode 3 comes out next Sunday, so hopefully we get a little bit more insight into that.
Yeah.
I know time's pushing on, boys. So last thing I want to ask you, it being Black History Month, and we said every month, every episode in October, we will quickly, briefly mention something about Black history or stuff within the Black film world. So apart from visual, like apart from the usual actors like the Denzel Washingtons and all those kind of things, who is your kind of go-to Black actor that you want to kind of big up in Black History Month? And is there any films or shows that they're in that you want the audience to kind of you think they should watch?
Sterling K. Brown.
Okay.
This Is Us. Yeah, This Is Us. Like,
oh, that's the series, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a series. Yeah, like I think, yeah, I guess, apart from obviously mentioning all the obvious actors that we've seen throughout our years, like, but yeah, he's I would say that he's one that deserves one as well.
Okay. Yes, I know the guy.
What's his name?
Sterling K. Brown.
You might have known him as King T'Chaka's brother in Black Panther.
Oh, see.
Yeah. Yes, I do know him. Yes. Okay. All right. So go and check out some of Sterling K. Brown's TV shows and films, and Merv recommends This Is Us.
Mm-hmm.
Kel?
Someone to do their homework.
No. I'm gonna cheat. I'm just gonna cheat. Hold on a second. But it's just his performances, and I can see something special in him. I know he's a new actor and stuff, but he's gonna go on to do big things. I can see him. A lot of writers and producers will want him to act in their film. But yeah, I'm gonna say Jonathan Majors, man.
Atticus.
Yeah.
I knew someone was gonna say him.
Yeah, because he's a big boy actor. Like today when I was watching him on Lovecraft, I was like, this guy he's so believable. When he's in the scene, he's in the scene. He's in the moment, and you believe it so much. Like he's gonna go into big things, man. I could definitely see that. That's my cheat mode, to be honest.
Rich?
Right. Yeah. Offhand, I can't think of one now. Come to me in a second. I'll let you know his name. I can't remember his name.
What's he in?
No, that Blue Story. What's that? The main character.
Michael.
Which one? Michael? The one who's in Top Boy as well?
Yeah.
Is his name?
Yes, Michael. It's
Michael Wood.
Michael Wood.
Michael Wood.
Is that his real name, Michael Wood? Yeah.
Yeah, it's his real name.
Yeah, he's
good charge. Yeah.
Yeah, he's one to look out for.
Yes, he's got a few stuff that's coming out in America actually. He has. He's got a few stuff that he was doing in America that should be coming out or should have come out.
And he's linked up with the same guy from the younger boys from Blue Story. They're doing another feature of another film coming out soon. I follow those guys on Twitter, so I'm in with the crowd.
You're such a man's trying to keep his age, but that's fine. For me, this is one I think I enjoy his performances. He can be quite intense, and I think the fact that he's one of our own, and he started in Skins, if you remember, even Skins series 1 and 2, he was in it, would be Daniel Kaluuya.
Oh.
Like yes.
I remember from the first Black Mirror, man.
Yeah. I think I like Daniel Kaluuya. I think even more than who's the other guy from Pecknam, the one that's in Star Wars.
Oh,
John Boyega.
John Boyega, yeah. I
don't know. There's something about Daniel Kaluuya. I don't know. Even maybe it's the fact that I really, really loved Queen and Slim as well. But I really like him. I think he's probably one to watch. And if we were going to look at films and stuff or television programs to watch, obviously you watch Black Panther, you watch Queen and Slim, and next year Judas and the Black Messiah. I think that's going to be a good film. Obviously Get Out. To be fair, he's been in a few decent films. Like
he's done what he has done really well. He's
done really well.
But
so
don't you find I hear what you're saying, definitely, but I don't see him as a real diverse actor in the sense of there's certain films he's got to be in, and I can't see him being in any other film that makes sense. But no, but what he does is really good at what he does. I just think his diversity is a bit limited.
Kel loves to put the black man down,
Come on, I'm not putting him down.
He loves to put him down. Who was it last week that Kel was putting
No one. I didn't put no one down last week. I'm just saying
how. Oh no, it wasn't. It wasn't last week. It was the week before. It was what's the comedian's name?
Oh, Michael Dapper.
No, he's good, but he's just not funny.
But Kel, you got to remember, he's only like 31. He just turned 31.
I know. You know what? No, oh gosh. That's something I can't be saying nothing.
Yeah,
it wasn't even negative.
It's not negative at all. And I know exactly what you mean, in the sense of you can be typecasted into a certain role, or a certain particular thing. But I feel like, I don't know. For me, I think he's got something about him that means that he could potentially switch up a little bit, and we'll be shocked by some of those performances. And obviously, there are lots of standout actors There are lots of standout actors in that.
But this new film, the new film coming out where he's a freedom fighter, what's it called?
Judas and the Black Messiah.
That looks like a different kind of.
That looks
Yeah,
sick. Yeah.
it looks different for him. So it'll be interesting to see him in that role, definitely.
Yeah.
When is that one coming out anyway?
2021.
Okay.
And do you know what? Do you know who else I think could be really deserves it as well? Is Lakeith Stanfield, one that also plays in Get Out as well. And I think the only reason why, because I remember I saw, I think, yeah, I'm sure it's like, I feel like Get Out is the first thing that I've seen him in, but subconsciously I might have seen him in something else as well.
Yeah, he was in Atlanta, right? Is it the same one?
I don't know. I haven't seen that.
He's in Straight Out Compton. He's in Atlanta. Yeah.
Yeah, Atlanta.
It's when I saw him in Uncut Gems, I was like, this guy's face is big. I know I've seen this guy somewhere, but because of the way he was acting, I was like, wow, like you just switched up completely, innit?
I think he's introduced to Black Messiah, but he again he's diverse, bro. Do you remember in Knives Out? He was in Knives Out.
Yeah, Knives Out as well, yeah. And
Knives Out.
Yeah. So I've already seen him in 3 different things where I'm like, you're a completely different actor.
I'll tell you a film to watch that actually he is sick in. Dope. Have you ever watched the film Dope?
Mm-mm.
Please watch the film Dope. Dope is like a really kind of like, it's a not independent indie type film, yeah. And they're these kids that are rolling around on these like BMX bikes.
Yeah. I've seen that. It's massive.
Film.
Yeah.
Sick film.
Sick film. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. I would say if you get a chance, and that also had Shameik Moore in it, and Shameik Moore was the guy from. Do you remember there was a series on Netflix? It only lasted like
the Fabulous Five. I can't remember what it's called though. Get Down.
Get down.
Yeah.
Bruv. I know it was mad expensive, and that's why they couldn't continue. But that that was sick.
And Will Smith's son in it as well.
Yeah, the Get Down.
Get Down boys. Yeah.
Shaolin, fantastic. I think I might go back to Netflix. If it's still on Netflix, I might go and watch that. That might be my next thing I go back and watch. If you get a chance, if you haven't watched the Get Down, watch the Get Down.
He also plays Raekwon in the Wu-Tang remake. Yeah.
And he was the voice in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Into the Spider-Verse? Is that the cartoon one?
Oh, so he's Miles. Is he Miles?
Yeah, he's Miles.
Oh, see. Yeah, he's Miles. Okay.
Yeah, he's Miles.
He's up and coming, man. He's up and coming.
Yeah, he's another one that's a good actor. Right, to be fair, we just flung out a couple there. So like there's lots of things for you to go and watch. All right, guys. That's episode 65. I don't know. Yeah?
I don't know.
Yeah? Is Stormzy going to respond? I don't know. Yeah? Will Chip spin him? Probably. Yeah. Guys, that's episode 65. Fully Geek Pod. People, have a blessed week and we will catch you next week. The YouTube visuals will be out what day, Rich? They'll be out when they're out.
You're asking a wrong person.
Probably Sunday.
Probably Sunday or Monday. People, keep it up. One up, one down, one love. Gang, like, follow, subscribe, all of that.
Share.
Yeah. Marley Marl, back next week.
See you next week, bro.
Ta-da.